Sunday lights, game day's here. DrDelay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. DrDelay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, DrDelay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, DrDelay's voice lights up the fight. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, DrDelay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. DrDelay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. DrDelay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go.
What's going on, everyone? How's it going? I, of course, am DrDelay, and we've got some Monday Night Football for you tonight as the Philadelphia Eagles, who are kind of running away with the NFC East, take on the Green Bay Packers, who find themselves in kind of one of the toughest divisions of football this year. So I expect a really good game. Hopefully we get that, because we were not granted that last night for Sunday Night Football. That was brutal, especially for Steeler fans. But yeah, that was brutal. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Sold your ticket tonight. Live 40 miles south of Green Bay. It's cold and windy. Yeah, that would be that'd be a tough game. You know, again, they do a good job with the coverage anyway. I mean, I would just honestly not go to the games anymore if it's like going to be that expensive. But you know, that's just me. But of course, it is a different experience when you go in person. But yeah, no, 6-2 and 5-2-1. We can look at their respective divisions in a sec. As yeah, again, the Cowboys they're the closest team, and they're what, 2.5? I guess 2.75 because of the tie. But yeah, no, it is looking like the Eagles may be just, you can already crown them. You can just crown them, as Dennis Green would say. Whereas, again, the Packers, I mean, if they lose, they would find themselves, I believe, they would be below the Lions and the Bears. So despite them having a pretty good season, a loss tonight dropped them to 5-3-1. And then they're sitting at third place in the NFC North. So that is just it's unfortunate for the Packers, but that's just the way reality is. Sometimes you have these years where everybody in the division seems to play well. And then, of course, you have the years like where in the AFC North, everyone else doesn't really want to win it. I don't blame them for sure. Go Pack Go. Oh, yeah. We'll see how it goes tonight. Again, appreciate you, George, Chris, Liam. Thank you again for tuning in. Rob. I'm sorry, can't process anything right now. Magic Man, as always, Orioles fan, how's it going? What happened to the Steelers last night? They did not show up. They actually stayed in Pittsburgh, despite popular belief. They did not play last night. You have a bad case of Raideritis. Ooh, I don't know. I have no advice. For you. I don't know. I would talk to some Raiders fan, I guess. Some Raiders fans. If Pack loses, they drop third. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course, you're pulling. Yeah, Rob is a Bears fan. So, yeah, we should get a good game. But, again, we were kind of promised that last night, and that was kind of a bummer. But, yeah, the Eagles are actually favored. Green Bay is the home team, so they are not, but they are still the favorite. ESPN giving Green Bay a 52% chance to win this one. Eagles only 48%. Looking at the passing leaders for each team, Hurts is at 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, 1 pick. Very efficient statistically for sure. Whereas Jordan Love, as I try to get rid of these bots, these dang bots. How's it going, Giants fan? Good to see you. Hopefully Rhino has a great stream over there as well, because I have a good feeling about tonight over here. Jordan Love, 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. But, again, he's been kind of hot and cold, and most Packers fans would probably agree with that statement. As far as rushing leaders, Barkley at 500 yards, not really having the year that he would, expect, especially considering the year he had last year, where he was having, MVP type of stats. I mean, it was really impressive what he was doing last year. And then Jacobs, 534 yards on 141 carries. Again, kind of keeping him in check. Not really the year I think Packers fans were expecting, but, it's you still got time. As long as you can run the ball in December, and that is really what matters. But we're approaching. We are in November, folks. It is almost, we actually are. Yeah, we're at the halfway point of the season. Devonta Smith, 588 yards. He's the leading receiver. Of course, there's been a lot of talk with A.J. Brown and all that stuff, so... Yeah, they should knuckle down. I'm sure they will. Again, they're still 6-2 despite all the drama. And then Kraft, the leading receiver for the Packers, but unfortunately, he is not going to continue the rest of the year. Hopefully, it's a speedy recovery, and he'll be healthy and ready for next year. So those are your offensive leaders. How did we get to this? The records. Well, I guess we can go over that. The Eagles opened up against the Cowboys, won 24-20. They beat the Chiefs 20-17. I did cover that one. They beat the Rams 33-26. Beat the Buccaneers 31-25. Then dropped 2 in a row. Lost to Denver 21-17. Lost to the Giants, which was kind of a shock to everybody, 34-17. Then they beat the Vikings 28-22, and then they beat the Giants 38-20. So again, very solid team. They're going to do what they got to do. Of course, again, they lost those confusing games, I feel like, but I'm sure that everyone still feels that they're a really good team. As for the Packers, pretty much anything with the W I've covered, anything without the W I've not. They beat the Lions 27-13. They beat the Commies 27-18. Then they lost to the Browns out of nowhere 13-10. Tied the Cowboys 40-40 in a game that I can't even believe. I should have covered it. I guess I don't know. I took the night off. That's on me. Had a bye week. Then, of course, they beat the Bengals 27-18. Beat the Cardinals 27-23. Beat the Steelers, sadly, 35-25. And then they lost to the Panthers. So very confusing. But, again, the Panthers aren't bad. But then, again, they kind of laid an egg yesterday against the Saints. So who knows what's going on in the NFL this year. NFL is kind of awkward. It's kind of weird. We're still trying to just get used to the fact that there might not be many great teams this year. I think that is a reality that we must accept. So, let's see. What did I miss here? Best cure for Raideritis is to move a lot. Seems to work for the organization. There we go. Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas. Oh, unfortunately, they need to go back to Oakland. What do you think about the Giants coach getting farts? That's a tough one. I have a friend that's a Giants fan. I've known him for many years. He really liked Dable. So, you know, he is kind of a delusional Giants fan at times. He gets a little bit biased. But I like Dable as well. So I was kind of confused by it. That's who they... I don't know. I felt like he was probably the best person to develop Jackson Dart, so we'll see how he goes moving forward. But they felt like they had to make a change. I personally would not have made that change, especially, again, considering that they lost Malik Neighbors. Then, of course, you lose your starting running back. So, you know, he was handed a pretty bad draw, of course, according to the injuries. But at the same time, you gotta have that defense much better than what it is. That should be a much better defense, at least on paper. And, of course, blowing those leads, they've won 3 games where they were well ahead in the fourth quarter. So that is kind of unacceptable. But, again, I wouldn't have done it, but I guess they felt like they had to make the move. So, yes, that's a shame for Coach Dable. He's going to be a hot commodity. I assure you that. He will find a job, whether it's head coaching job next year, or an offense coordinator. He's going to be one of those. Hi there, Dr. Lay. Have a great game. Glad you took a little time off. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I didn't really get to do much, but yeah, I was off. What's that? Like Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. But I was busy those nights, or those days, really. So yeah, no. But I'm here. We're back, and I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I still don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll see. Who should I root for the next, Browns or Ravens? Definitely the Browns, as we are already underway here as we're kicking off to Green Bay. He's at the 20, the 25, bounces it outside at the 30. He's at the 35, still on his feet, and pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. That's where the Packers will begin their drive. Yeah, Tai Chi, lose weight. I understand. But yeah, I would root for the Browns. Always root for the team that's worse. Always. Let's see here. Dolphins beat the Bills yesterday. Yep, that was pretty shocking. But history would have told us to expect that. Seth pulling for the Eagles, and yeah, it's weird to get rid of Dable. Yeah, I don't know. And the GM stays there. It is very confusing. 1st and 10, Love under center, receivers to each side. Jacobs in the backfield, sending a man in motion. That is Watson as he hands it off to Jacobs up the middle, still moving his feet. But then the Eagles stop him after a gain of about 3 or 4, brings him. Oh, they're actually going to give him 5, so that 2nd and 5 coming up for the Packers. What's up? Had to come watch my dad's team, the Packers. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's a good team. The bots are at it, yeah. We're live. Oh, yeah, we're live. Need Seahawks to lose next week. Okay. The Giants are considering Lane Griffin because of his time with Lane Kiffin. I would hate that. Love drops back. Is going to swing it out to Jacobs. He's at the 40. Bounces outside the 45. And I believe he's going to get the first down. He is. Pushed out of bounds at the 50. That's a brand new set of downs for the Packers. Look at that. 1 first down. You're already at the 50 because of the good kickoff return, a really good return, put them at the 39. And just like that, a few plays later, you're in midfield. Yeah, no, I'm not a Lane Kiffin guy at all. I don't like the SEC, but yeah, I think he's a little obnoxious about that. But then you got to admire it. I'm sure if you're like an Ole Miss fan or an SEC fan, I'm sure you love it. So if you were a Giants coach, you'd probably just embrace the Giants. So I guess I could see the appeal there. 1st and 10, Love under center at midfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Love hands it off to Jacobs, cuts inside, and the Eagles making sure to make their presence known. That's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. Still hurting from, yeah, crap, that was a huge loss. Thank goodness Eagles got the ball inside. This guy, Seth, hates the Packers. So why do you hate the Packers? Packers love taking the ball first. Yeah, if you have a good offense, I would. Again, when they win, whenever they are putting up points, they usually win. 27 points is the minimum that they get in their wins. 2nd and 7, ball at the 47. Love in the shotgun, sending a man in motion. Love fakes the handoff now, hands it off to Jacobs. He's at the 45, still moving at the 43, where he's eventually dropped. So that'll make it 3rd and 3 for the Packers. Nice run there. He's given Jacobs the ball plenty early. Plenty. 3 carries, and then, of course, a catch. Hate is such a strong word. Oh, yeah. I would say so, yeah. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't have a problem with the Packers. There will be teams. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I really hate anybody. I don't like a lot of teams. I don't know if I hate. I might say it, though. I might say I hate them. Hate like the Cowboys or something. 3rd and 3 in the shotgun. Love. It's going to hand it off up the middle. And Jacobs is going to extend and get the first down. First down, Packers. It's been all Josh Jacobs on this drive. I think they made a plan to get him the ball. Oh, it's going to be 4th and 1. They marked him short. They're going to do the quarterback sneak, and it's got it. Love gets it. First down, Packers. Wow, they were just quick. It looked like he got the first down. They marked him a yard short, and they just hurried up. And there was no tush push either. That's a classic quarterback sneak. We don't need the tush being pushed to get the first down, says the Packers, and I respect it. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Packers. Ball at the 39. Ben pulling for the Eagles. The bots are ridiculous, yep. Love in the pistol, hands it off to Jacobs, and he does not get much as he is brought down at the 38-yard line after a gain of 1. Again, a lot of Jacobs on this drive. 5 carries for him, a catch, and again, the one time he didn't get the ball was a quarterback sneak on a 4th and 1, and it was a hurry-up. So as far as the script goes, they opened it up. Hey, we're going to give you the ball. So far, so good. I think you might have more Eagles than Packers fans tonight. No, possibly. That'd be kind of a first. Packers fans have been very, very much supportive on the channel. 2nd and 9, ball at the 38 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right to 1 receiver to the left, sending a man in motion. Love drops back, looking over the middle, steps up, moving in the pocket, going backwards, and down he goes. That's a sack. Oh, Love, he was just going backwards. Where was he going? Well, he went straight to the ground after Hunt got to him. A 4-man rush. To be honest, that one is on Love. He kept going backwards. Looks like, I mean, again, it was kind of collapsing, but the moment he retreated, it opened up for the edge rusher to get to him. That one is entirely on Love. You don't want to see that one. 3rd and 20. Ball at the 49. Love drops back. Steps up. He's going to chuck it deep, and that one is incomplete. Almost intercepted. Christian Watson had to defend the pass there as that falls incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down. It's such a promising drive. That has got to be a bummer for the Packers. Looks like there's an injured Eagle. Looks like Mitchell is the injured Eagle down. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a bummer of a drive, of course, for the Packers. Again, you're moving the ball well, and then that one sack just knocks you out. And then, I don't know if I agree. I don't know if that's a play call there or Love just wanted to take a shot there. But again, you just get about another 10 yards and you get a field goal. I don't know. Goes for the deep ball. So an injury timeout here. Quinion Mitchell shaking up on that. Again, Watson had to play defense. Let's see. Packers going to give them a run for their money. Let's go Packers. Yeah, we'll see. Looked like it for a second, but not anymore. Going back and forth between NBA and NFL. Gotcha. Hi, Doc. I'm back. Oh, Paco. Appreciate you, James. He is so bad under pressure. Why did he not throw the ball right away? Yeah, I don't know. Based on what you said last week with him and the Panthers, he needs to stop going backwards about 10, 15 yards. That's what we all rip Caleb Williams for. It's what we rip, Shador Sanders for in college. Like that, if he continues to do that, he is not going to have much success. Monday Night Football with DrDelay. Raider, you are a man. Hey, there's someone, Mr. Green. You might need to talk to Raider here. Raider's a Raiders fan, so Mr. Green and True Raider have to connect here. Raider has Mr. Green has a question. Sorry you're late watching John Cena Raw. No, dude, you're good. Heck, I'd watch John Cena because again, only 4 more appearances, I believe. Typical Packer drive, yeah. That's a bummer. Hornets leading the Lakers 63-60. Interesting. Again, if you're just tuning in, we got a injury timeout. Quinion Mitchell shaken up on the incomplete pass Christian Watson kind of landed on him. Christian Watson had to play some defense to break that one up. And I think Watson just landed on Mitchell. So hopefully he's okay. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like the style that I have here, which is more of that traditional radio broadcast, make sure again to like and subscribe. No jersey tonight as well. I usually wear the Steelers jersey for my football stuff, but it's cold, so we're just gonna wear the hoodie. We're going to wear the hoodie. And feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. It's always fun interacting with you guys, and especially football stuff. I could talk football all day, every day. Would love to do it. Should they bring back the XFL, break all the bones? Well, unfortunately, they brought it back and it was kind of a toned down version, but it'd be fun, I think, if they brought back like the 2001 version, I think, or 2000 or 2001 version of the XFL. That'd be good. I think that would be something everyone would like. Because that was kind of what they promised when they brought it back. Oh, yeah, it's going to be hard hits, and you're not going to see the dumb penalties. But it wasn't really what they said it would be. All right, we're back, and the Packers are going to have to punt 4th and 20, pretty much at midfield. This is Whelan with the punt, as that is going to be fair caught at the 8. Xavier Gibson with the fair catch, and here comes the Eagles' offense. Jalen Hurts completing 70% of his passes, 210 yards a game, 15 touchdowns and a pick. He also has 5 rushing touchdowns. How many of those are tush pushes? I don't know. You'd have to ask an Eagles fan. I've only watched actually one of their games this year. It's my second one. Just learned about arena football. Looks interesting until every other play is a field goal. I know it kind of was fun when I watched as a kid. I don't know if I'd enjoy it now. I don't know. I'd have to watch a game, I guess. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Hurts is under center. Ball at their own 9. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley's at the 10 and doesn't get much more than that as he's brought down at the 12 for a 3-yard gain. Again, Saquon Barkley obviously had a great year last year. This year, not exactly what he wanted. Percent of plays under center. First 6 games, 16%. Week 7 and 8, 41 and 38. So expect more of Hurts under center. And you're kind of seeing that in the NFL. It's going back to what it was as far as formations. You're seeing more and more quarterbacks under center, which, it's good. Opens up the offense. It really does. 2nd and 7, ball at the 12. Hurts in the shotgun. Hurts drops back, looking to his left, fires a little bit old. It's caught at the 15, and Brown is brought down at the 18. Short gain there, but it makes it 3rd and manageable. We got Dom Mysterio versus Cena. Wow, that's pretty cool. That would be like 2 minutes, but yeah. Let's go defense. Saquon scares me. Yep, he always runs the ball good against the Packers. Jeez. My brother was always Rey Mysterio. It's been about 15 years since I watched Is Dom his son? Yep. All right, tush push on 3rd and 1, and Hurts just jumps forward to the 20. That was an interesting looking tush push. Didn't seem like he followed it correctly there. Try to focus on your sports teams like NBA, NHL, college. Trust me, it helps a lot. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mr. Green, you heard it here first. Focus on other things. If the Raiders win, it's a bonus. 1st and 10 at the 21. Hurts tosses. This is Barkley. Barkley's at the 20. And not much more. Well, I guess they're going to give him a decent spot at the 24. That is a gain of 3 yards. But yeah, Dom is Ray's son. And of course, you see it. There is the false start on the tush push. And that's really, obviously, I hate the play. If you're new to the channel, well, if you want to tell me to weep and cope, well, you know what? You're bad. But yeah, no, I hate it. And of course, it's not officiated properly. That's why And I called this out last year. No one else was saying it. No, of course, knew me because I wasn't on YouTube last year. Hurts hands it off. This is Barkley at 25. He's at the 30, the 35, and brought down at the 40. You're seeing some explosiveness from Saquon Barkley. That's what he brings to the table. And as soon as he hits that hole, man, he is lethal. Why he is amongst the best backs in the league last year, was the best back in the league by far. Santiago, how's it going? Kansas City Chiefs fan here. Yeah, no, I hate it. I hate that it's not officiated. If they were to run it properly, if there's no false start, I'm fine with it. I'm honestly fine with it. I would be okay with it. More okay with it, I should say, as he hands it off. This is number 37. Don't know who he is, but he's fighting forward for some more yards at the 44. Who is this? 37. We're waiting for that name. Give me that name, please. You going to give me the name? Do they not know? Tank Bigsby. Okay, he was from the Jaguars. Okay. Yeah, I remember him on the Jaguars. Tank Bigsby. Is they running? Okay, that's not a bad back there. Dang. All right, 2nd and 5 for the Eagles as the drive moving to about 5-6 yards of play. Ball at the 44. Hurts in the shotgun. Trips to the right, tight end in tight to the left, sending a man in motion. That is Smith. Hurts drops back, looking over the middle. Fires. It is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Smith. Unable to connect on that one. Makes it 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Let's go. Fly Eagles fly. I'm actually shocked that Trisk. Well, I mean, maybe the Pennsylvania thing. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm shocked by that one. Trisk. I don't think he likes the Eagles, but maybe he roots. Again, my grandfather was an Eagles fan. My brother's an Eagles fan. Maybe that's why. 3rd and 5, ball at the 44. They need to get to the 49 for a brand new set of downs. As there's some penalties. We see a Packer in the backfield. They cut away, and then they cut back, and then we just see a defensive lineman, chilling with the Eagles. Maybe he thought he was going to be the running back on that play. I'm not too sure. The poor play by Rodgers. This guy. What does that have to do with the Packers? That is a false start. That'll back up the Eagles by 10, or by 5. That'll make it 3rd and 10. Now, again, the Eagles have weapons, but they're really known for 4 or 5 yards a play type of of an offense. So this will be interesting. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the 39. They need to get to the 49 for a brand new set of downs. Trips to the right to one receiver to the left, sending a man in motion. Hurts drops back. Way back, heavy pressure. Moving to his right is Jalen Hurts, who chunks it. It is caught. Close to the line of gain. He does get it. 1st down. Philadelphia Eagles. That is Will Shipley on the catch on the sideline. Nice movement by Hurts. Nice route by Shipley. Nice catch. 1st down, Eagles. Problem with arena football is we already have a sport like that. It's called basketball. Yeah, constant scoring. Yeah, that's fair. Hope the Packers don't regret giving up 2 years #1 draft choices for Parsons. Yeah, I mean, that was... People ripped the trade, but to be honest with you, it really wasn't that bad of a trade for the Cowboys. I mean, that really wasn't as bad as the way media were portraying it. Hurts hands it off up the middle. This is Barkley, and Barkley is stuffed after a gain of about 3 as he's brought down at the 48. Also, if the Eagles win, Dallas suffers. I can't stand the Cowboys more than I dislike Philly. I guess. Where did this come from? I thought you liked the Cowboys. You'd have no problem with the Cowboys. He's acting like me. Trisk asked me, I remember this a few years ago, he was like, why do you hate the Cowboys so much? Like, makes no sense. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Have you seen Cowboys fans and how they act? 2nd and 8, hands it off. This is Barkley bouncing it outside, cuts inside, but then is stuffed at the 45. Gain of 3 by Saquon Barkley makes it 3rd and 5 coming up for the Eagles. The bots are just full steam ahead. I think this game will break your Packers win streak. Oh, we'll see. Do not give up. Eagles seems to struggle late in Monday night games. So, well, I actually don't recall that. I watch the streams on like 144p because my internet's, yeah, we'll look it down, so it always looks like 2nd and 20 or 1st and 30. Well, imagine that. Imagine that. That would make it interesting if you had to go that far. 3rd and 5, ball at the 45. Hurts drops back, looking to his left, fires over the middle, and it's caught at the 38, brought down at the 37. That is Devontae Smith. And that is another Eagles first down. Again, this is kind of how the Eagles, or the Packers were looking. Not necessarily throwing the ball, but they were moving down the field, kind of like what the Eagles were. But again, that one sack kind of just changed the whole drive. 1st and 10, ball at the 37, Hurts in the shotgun. Hurts drops back, looking to his left. Moving to his left is Hurts. He fires. It is caught at the 30, immediately pushed out of bounds. That is A.J. Brown. Is that really his second catch? Did I miss the first one? I guess I did. So 2nd and 3 for the Eagles, ball at the 30. Kind of moving fast here. Hurts in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, sending a man in motion. Hurts hands it off up the middle. This is a Shipley, I believe, and the line still moving, and he's going to get the first down. Just kept moving the legs. The line, of course, right behind him. First down, Eagles. This is a quick game already at 2:23 and counting. Wow. 13 plays, 65 yards, 7:20 off the clock and counting. I got that grandpa while I was all Cowboys. He will stand and yell at the TV the entire game. Don't get how he likes him. Well, I mean, I can understand how he liked him prior to 1996, or 1995, I should say. But now it's like, okay, those guys aren't the same team anymore. 1st and 10, ball at the 26. Hurts rolling to his left, drops back, now moving to his right. He's just chilling back there. Oh, he's running, fires it out of bounds. Pass dropped on the sideline by a poor bystander with no hands, incomplete. That was kind of interesting. Hurts just chilling in the backfield. Our linebacker was lost there. Honestly, I forgot what play it was. Hurts is 4 and 5 is money. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Cowboys are all right. The owner might be crazy, but he does fund them. Oh, yeah. As an owner, again, I think he's all right. As a GM, not the best. Best time to head to the grocery store is during a Packer game. See you in 45 minutes. Jeez, another shot by the Bears fan. Oh, man. Well, have a safe trip. We'll be right here for you, Mr. Rob. 2nd and 10, ball at the 26. Hands it off. This is Barkley. Cuts inside and brought down at the 25. Gain of a yard. I do appreciate just the rivalry, Packers-Bears. Like, it's clearly, you don't really see it as much in the younger generations, right? But like the old, Gen Xers, the boomers, they hold those like, oh yeah, I cannot stand those guys, and I love it. It's like, it's like the high school rivalry, pretty much. They still hold that, like your local high school rivalry between your other school. They treat it like that. Today, I don't think they really treat it that way. As Hurts going to take it up the middle, and the quarterback joins at the 20. Oh, he's got the first down. The ball came out, picked up by Packer. He's at the 20, the 30, pushed out of bounds at the 37. Oh, man, if this stands, if he wasn't down, that has got to be devastating for the Eagles. That was a great-looking drive. I'm sure they'll take a look at it, but man, that was a great play. Had everyone confused on the draw. Let's see if it was knocked out. His left knee landed. Oh, that's going to be a fumble. It was punched out. It was punched out by Cooper. And the Packers will have the ball. Great defense by the Packers. They were kind of getting nickel and dimed there, but they came up when you needed it. Come on, Trevor. Let's go. Yeah, you called it. Yeah, you did call it. 1st and 10 for the Packers. So, commercial break. Eagles' great drive ends after 15 plays and 67 yards, and it doesn't end with points. Packers ball whenever they come back. You asked for it, yep. Packers versus Bears is not as crazy as Cowboys versus Eagles or Cowboys versus Giants or Cowboys versus Redskins. You really think so? I don't know. I disagree, especially now. I'd have to I want to make a video on like my top 10 rivalries all time. That's interesting. That's an interesting one there, Trisk. I don't know. I think we kind of glorify the NFC East for no reason sometimes. But that's just me. High school football team sucked like the school and township dumped endless money into them, even bought new turf. We won one single game in 4 years I was in high school there. That was sad. It doesn't sound great. Yeah, that does not sound good. He asked for it. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Trisk. Yeah, we'll see. I'm never into sports, so I know it was bad when a football team tried to get me to join. Oh, yeah, that is, I guess, if you're not into sports and they're asking you to join, yeah, it doesn't sound like a winning culture there. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, you like college football, this is the channel for you. And feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. 1 year does not make a rival. I mean, well, they haven't even played this year. But, historically, though, it's still there. I don't know. I guess we'd have to look. I'd have to look at that. I'd have to look more closely into that. I will acknowledge the reason I will kind of lean with you a little bit is because in recent memory, the Packers have been the good team. The Bears have been pretty much bottom dwellers. That's where I would be like, okay, you're probably right. And then when the Bears are randomly good for 1 year and then they go back down, that's where I will lean. Okay, you have a point. But the same could be said for the NFC East. It really could. There might be some old footage of the LA Raiders and San Diego Chargers fan brawls on the internet. Check that out if they're still around. Well, I'd imagine so. Yeah, the AFC West back then. Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers. Yeah, they all hated each other. All right, 1st and 10. Love is in the shotgun. Ball at the 36. Love. Oh, he kind of fumbles the ball. Little miscommunication, I guess, on the handoff. And he does fall on it, but I don't know what that was all about. Let's see the replay here. Love. A little bit of a, bumbled snap. And Jacobs ready to block. I don't think Jacobs was ready for the ball. Or, I don't know. Jacobs, I guess, was thinking play action. Love was thinking, no, it's a run play. Interesting. 2nd and 13 for the Packers. It's not how you want to start the drive. Ball at the 32. Love in the shotgun, sending a man in motion. Love drops back, looking over the middle. Fires. It's batted at the line. Incomplete. Jalen Carter looking like Cameron Hayward there, just getting his hands up and batting it down. Is it just me, or did these two teams already play each other in Brazil this season? Yeah, right. That was last year. It all kind of blends together. Matt trying to get too cute again. Go BA. I'm not too sure what BA would be. 2nd and 13. Probably be the last play of the first quarter. 5 seconds left. Love in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. 2 receivers to the right. Love drops back. Oh, heavy immediate pressure. He's moving to his right. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 35, the 40. Oh, he did not slide. I admire that. Just a yard short, though. Will make it 4th and 1. And they will, I guess, think about it. Because, again, traditionally you punt it away at this point, but not how football is played anymore. 0-0 in Green Bay. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. Let's see here. Packers used to play 3 games in Milwaukee, 90 miles from Chicago. It's border rivalries trying to living in Wisconsin, being from Chicago. Oh, I bet. Monday Night Football with the Doc. What's up? How's it going, man? Neil, good to see you. Appreciate you, man. I'm just hanging out. Just hanging out, man. Dozens of people at Green Bay own this team. I mean, I guess kind of. I don't really know how it works, but it's what we kind of, the average Joe thinks of it that way. That it's owned by the people. Billy was won the last 3 games against the Packers, not in Brazil. That's what I'm assuming you're saying here. Okay. Ash going with the Packers. Gotcha. BA was Mr. T in the 8. I don't even know. Chris is saying go for it. Okay. End of the first quarter already. Well, this is way better than last. Yeah. Who wants to hear some boring legal mumbo jumbo? Why not? Why not, I guess. Why not? Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the style that I have here, which is more of that traditional radio style, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So don't feel like, hey, don't feel nervous. If you're nervous, you're nervous, I guess. I'm not going to force you to speak, of course. But definitely welcome the conversation. We're all just football fans here. So that is pretty much it. And, of course, I do have a poll. Feel free to vote on who you think is going to win tonight's game. 54% of you guys have the Eagles winning. 46% have picked the Packers. The only perk the owners get is special Packers merchandise. Honestly, that's cool. I would take it. I pity the fool who knows Mr. T. I mean, I know who Mr. T is, but I don't understand the BA thing. What's your prediction? Man, I'm just a broadcaster, Sammy. I think it can go either way. Trying to get my citizenship. I have to be here and legal for 2 years. I've been legal for 1 year and was getting ready for it all. Okay, well, hey. Definitely wish you the best with that. Definitely wish you the best, man. Well, welcome. If you sell your shares, the team buys them back at a reduced price. Oh, that's kind of lame. George pulling for the Eagles. All right, it's 4th and 1 here as we're back here in Green Bay. Love is, they're going for it. Love is under center. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. I think they have 6 linemen in there. Love, quarterback sneak in. He's got it, and there's a flag. Oh, that's got to be a killer. It's going to be a false start. 2 weeks ago, the lovely government passed deliver form laws. Now my 1 year legal presence gets wiped, and I have to do it all over again. Oh, well, I don't know. Well, that stinks. I mean, again, I don't know all that about what's happening, but that sounds lame. I'll just say that. Remember when Monday Night Football was more competitive than Sunday Night Football? They need to find a new formula next season. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Sunday Night Football's been kind of lame. 4th and 6. And the Packers will punt. There's the snap. And here is the punt. That's going to be fielded at the 3s at the 5. Cuts inside at the 10. Brought down. Oh, he's still moving his feet as he crosses the 20. Brought down at the 21. Good return there. 17-yard return for the Eagles. Deport this guy. Well, yeah, again, I guess I'm in favor of the, correct way of doing things. Yes, that's where I stand. So they do not know how to call they do know how to call a false start. Yeah, but you have to do the tush push. So if Love had a guy behind him pushing, then yeah, I guess it's it's fair. All I can type is enjoy this guy. Not moving to America, but I do got to say I love it here. So I shall enjoy my stay. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I encourage everyone to travel the world. It's beautiful out there. Oh, I bet it is. I just got to not live in fear. I live in fear, folks. All right. Eagles will have it. 1st and 10 at the 21. Hurts is in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Hurts hands it off. This is Barkley bouncing it outside, but he is contained by Quay Walker. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Barkley just trying to take it to the outside. Looks like it was the counter, if I had to guess. And the lineman kind of got in his way. That's a brutal one there. So 2nd and 13 coming up for the Eagles. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left, sending a man in motion. Hurts drops back, looking to his left. It's a screen to Barkley. Barkley just has to dive forward. He gets to the 17, but the line of scrimmage was the 18, so he loses a yard. So a loss of 1. Interesting. This game's giving you a headache. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's better than the Chargers-Steelers game. It's more fluid. Last night's game was choppy and terrible. This one, at least, it's fluid. It's moving, and the game is moving along, and I like that. 3rd and 14. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left, tight end and tight to the right. They need to get to the 31 for a brand new set of downs. Hands it off. This is Shipley. He's at the 20, and the Packers bring him down at the 23. So very, very much a field position play there, as it looks like the Eagles will have to punt it away again. Or actually, no, that's their first punt. Yeah, that's right. They turned it over. But yeah, no, I prefer this one to the Steelers game for sure. It is definitely moving at a nice pace, a very nice pace. Now, as far as the scoring, well, unfortunate there. Braden Mann ready to punt. Romeo Dobbs set to return, as here is the punt. And that is fielded at the 12. What a punt. He's at the 15, the 20. And the Eagles take care of him at the 22-yard line. Return of about 10 yards. This game has a love-hurt relationship. It does. You are correct. All right, 0-0. Another commercial break because the game's moving at a fast pace. So they're trying to get their commercials. Jerome Bettis likes. Nice. Number 36 likes. We like that. We like that here. We like that. Do you like that? Kirk Cousins. You like that. Again, make sure to leave a like, folks, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So if you do like what you're listening to, make sure to subscribe. Feel free, again, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. We're all football fans here, folks. So if you're a football fan, definitely subscribe to the channel. My little brother is an Eagles fan. I can hear him now. Yeah, I bet. Eagles fans are very passionate about their team. Very passionate. So, yeah, I can imagine him yelling at the TV. 100%. Man. Again, I do have a poll. Feel free to... Jeez, it got loud for me. Feel free to vote on the poll. I got a poll there. Who do you think is going to win this game? 55% of you guys have the Eagles winning, 45% with the Packers. To be honest, I don't know how, Chris, you said to expect more Eagles fans. I don't know, because, again, we have, obviously, on the Packers side of things, you have Grossi, and, of course, there's plenty of other Packers, streamers. But then on the Eagles side, you have a lot of people over there as well. So I don't know. I feel like I might get more of a neutral party type of thing, I know JJ's doing this game. Of course, he covers the Phillies and the Eagles. So I don't know. I have no idea. It could be either one. I think it'll be more neutral party. I don't know. Let me know, folks, if you're an Eagles fan or a Packers fan. Let me know down below. Kind of curious. Am I getting neutral party fans? Hey, we're just here for football, man. Tell you what, man, we're just here for some football, man. Or are you an Eagles fan or a Packers fan? Good evening, friends. How's it going now? Good to see you. We're in commercial break, a long commercial break, I may add. Next week, we got the Cowboys and the Raiders. Cowboys getting 2 Monday night games in 3 weeks. That's kind of lame. And you wonder why I don't like the Cowboys, because they're thrown in my face all the time. That is the problem. So 1st and 10 here for the Packers. Love is in the shotgun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right as Love hands it off up the middle. Jacob still moving his feet at the 25. Brought down around the 26-yard line for a gain of 4. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Yep, it is. Happy Veterans Day. Lions. Neil's a Lions fan. Okay. Neutral party. Eagles, I guess, got his warmer brother. Okay, Eagles. And then Jerry has neither. Of course, I know Chris is a Packers fan as well. I mean, I'm neutral. Trisk is neutral, but he's pulling for the Eagles. 2nd and 5. Ball at the 27. Love is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. As Love tosses. It's at the 25. Cuts inside at the 30. Bounces outside at the 35. And pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Nice run there by Josh Jacobs. Gain of 11 yards. Chris of Packers. Yeah, I have the Packers emoji still there. Oh, I really need to start. So what I did was I downloaded all 32 pictures, but it only took a few of them. I think that's what discouraged me. I spent about a little bit more time than I probably should have trying to get pictures, because you have to make sure it's like a 1x1. So it has to be 256 by 256, 512 by 512, whatever it is. And for some reason there aren't that many, and I even tried to, I don't know, it was just dumb. Anyway, yeah, so I need to do that again. As Love hands it off. This is Jacobs, and Jacobs only going to get a couple there as he's brought down at the 40. But yeah, very soon I'm going to do that again. We're gonna make sure I have emojis for every game, or at least the night games, the standalone games for sure. Talking about Tucker Kraft here again, had a promising start to his season. Of course, tore his ACL, and he's out for the season. Hopefully, we get a speedy recovery, and he'll be back next year. Jerry, a Broncos fan, 2nd and 7. Yeah, they're 8-2. Not too shabby. In the pistol is Love. 2 receivers left, tight ends in tight as Love hands it off. This is Jacobs. Jacobs in the backfield, and he can't escape. Could have been way worse, to be honest with you. Initially contacted around the 36-yard line, tackled at the 39. That's a loss on the play. A loss of 1. Did 18 months in Afghanistan in 17-19 before getting shot twice and sent home. Jeez, then 2019, 2022 in the reserves, and my contract ended, so we parted ways. Gotcha. Well, hey, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, of course. Kraft leads her team in reception yards. Yeah, I know. Love really liked him. Security blanket. 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 48. Throws over the middle. It is caught at the 45, brought down at the 46. It's going to be a few yards short there. That was Musgrave on the catch. 4th and 2. I know they've been going for it on 4th and 1. That would be a little much. But I'm seeing that they're staying on the field. The ESPN analytics says go for it. I mean, I can't even. Oh my gosh. All right, they need a long 2. It's more at the 45.5. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right, sending a man out wide. Now Wilson comes back in. Trying to get him to jump, I think. Yeah, that's all they're doing. And they're going to have to take the delayed game, and they're going to punt. If it sucks, well, hey, you know. It's only a quarter or so. You still got plenty of time. Still got plenty of time to get it going. Again, you know, it's not like it's a disgusting game. It's not like, oh, it's 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, and all incompletions, and we're still like, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. It's a game that's fluid. It's moving. It's you're moving the ball. You're just not finishing drives. So I give this game a 6. All right, here's Whelan as he punts it away. And that is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. 59-yard punt. Jeez, this guy just... They just boot it. He didn't learn that skill from Rodgers. Which one? Oh, the cadence. Well, it is what it is, I guess. All right, another commercial break again. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you get into like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So don't be a stranger unless you want to be. I guess if you want to be, that's fine. So appreciate you guys hanging out for this one. Because like I always say this, and I always mean it. I really do. Again, there's a lot of people covering this game, especially on night games, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. So I do appreciate you guys for choosing me as your voice for this one. Again, there's always Grossi out there, Football Nation. He's rising up, and just a bunch of other people, of course, Rising Rhino, and I believe play-by-play with JJ's doing this game because it features his Eagles. So, no, definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out for this one. And, of course, like I said earlier, we have a poll. The Eagles kind of pulling away in the poll. 57% of you guys have the Eagles winning. 43% with the Packers. I'm trying, man. My powers are trying with the Packers. And a fun fact, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Packers are 5-0 when I call a game. They are 0-2-1 when I don't. So that is what's working for the Packers and against the Eagles, but maybe the Eagles are just too good. You said you're scared to travel. Where would you want to travel? Maybe I can tell. Maybe I've been there. I can tell you about it. Well, if there's really one place now at this point, it seems like a safe place, so it would be Japan. I'd probably want to go to Japan at this point. I don't know if I don't know. Europe doesn't seem to be safe anymore. I'd like to, though. I hope. I'm wrong, but I don't know. That's what the news is just obviously the news is going to paint things in a way to get clicks and fearmonger, but Japan seems like a place that is not like that. So I definitely want to go to Japan. Thought it would have been more offense in this game. That's why I'm watching and listening to your comments. Much respect. I appreciate it, Jerry. Again, I try to be the best that I can be here. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as I can. Again, you guys are definitely a big part of the channel, so I will definitely interact with you when I can. But right now, it is 1st and 10 for the Eagles as Hurts is under center. Ball at the 20. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Hurts takes the snap. Rolling to his right. It's play action. Hurts looking, fires. Oh, it's caught over the middle. He's at the 25 and brought down at the 27. There was a Packer there just outstretched. The ball just went outstretched of his hands. Oh, I thought it was a pick, to be honest with you. That's something you're taught as a quarterback. Yeah, you don't do that. And that was almost a disaster, but it ended up being a good play. Gain of 7 for the Eagles. You live in Mindanao, Philippines, and very safe for me for years. Okay. Interesting. 2nd and 2, Hurts, play action, drops back, looking over the middle, fires over the middle. It is knocked away. Good play. I believe that is Nixon. Nixon is, I don't know, every time I watch, he's played very well. He is definitely a bright spot for the Packers. I don't know how the Packers fans view him, but every time I watch him, he usually has a pretty solid game. Good coverage there. He was beat, but then made up for it, knocking it away from Goddard. Love Hurts. Oh, yeah, Love definitely Hurts today. He was in Japan for a few days on a layover. Tokyo is probably one of the safest places I've ever been to. Yeah, that's the vibe I get from Japan. Just a great place and neat place. 3rd and 2. Hurts drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is incomplete. And that is well, for the moment, a 3-and-out. Again, you never know. You can go for it 4th and 2 at your own 28 because analytics said to. But I don't know if they will. And it looks like they will have to punt. So a 3-and-out for the Eagles. Haven't heard of him. Yeah, I haven't either. Fourth and 2, and again, Braden Mann back to punt. As we await the snap. There it is. There's the snap, and here is the punt. And that was not a good punt. Rolling at the 50, the 45. Going to get an Eagles bounce, though, as it rolls at the 42. That's not a bad punt at the end. What is it? A 30. Well, I guess that isn't. Yeah, 30-yard punt. Not a good punt. Not a good punt. More expensive than Japan? Oh, I bet it would be more. I bet it'd be pretty expensive to travel. Yeah, just a shank. So a 30-yard punt. The Packers will have decent field position. Can they take advantage? Well, I guess we'll find out very, very soon. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. Again, we're all football fans here, so definitely want to chat it up with football. I mean, if you want to chat football, that's perfectly okay with me. I assure you. I assure you it is. But yeah, not much scoring, as you probably have noticed. The Eagles, 93 yards. Packers with 48, which, again, I feel like it seems like they have more yards than that, but I guess not. But, again, I don't think this game is bad by any means. I don't know. They're just not finishing their drives. One turnover, of course, by the Eagles. The Packers are 0 for 4 on third down. They hate seeing third down, so that means they will see fourth down right next. So, but they've converted on fourth down. They're 1 for 1. Look at that. Spent almost a year in Vietnam. Saying, honestly, it's a beautiful city. Safety is 50-50. Don't do anything stupid and you'll be safe there. Well, yeah, I play it pretty safe there. So, like, just in general. American dollar, very cheap in Philippines. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen, I don't know if it was the Philippines or, like, I think it might have been the Philippines or, what is it? What was that place? I can't even think anymore. But yeah, like the American dollar goes pretty far in some countries. Good defense or bad offense? I'm going to go with good defense. Yeah, I definitely think that it's defense for sure. I feel like the offense is fine. Really, again, the Packers kind of, again, love with that sack out of nowhere. I don't know what he was doing. Spent 3 months in Sydney, Australia. Let me tell you, it was the most boring city I've ever been to. Outside the beach, open house bay. It offers something. Okay. Well, I'm kind of a boring guy, so maybe it works. So your subs went up? Yeah, no. Saturday was great. Saturday I hit 91, had 91 subs in one day. That was a good day for me. Very great day for me, actually. Yesterday, what, 40? Maybe 40. I don't know if I had 40, actually. May have had about 30 or so. First and 10, Love drops back, looking, fires. It is batted away, incomplete. Mitchell all over that one. Pass intended for Romeo Doubs. Second half explosion. That's what I think most people are counting on. So second and 10 coming up for the Packers. Love 2 for 5, 12 yards. Not exactly the most impressive day statistically. I'm telling you, though, something's telling me that it's just a much better game than the stats show. As it's second and 10, ball at the 41. In the shotgun is Love. Love drops back. It's a toss. And he won't go anywhere, really. As that's maybe a gain of 2. That was Wilson on the carry. $1 is about $1,400 here. Jeez. Sounds like I need that place. Third and 8. Ball at the 43. Love drops back. Steps up, fires, it's batted in the line, and it's incomplete. Oh, man, the Eagles defense looking pretty good. They are just getting their hands up. And back-to-back 3-and-outs, and the Packers had good field position. You like to take advantage of that, but, man, that's a bummer. And even if he throws it there, that's not completed. I don't think he was looking. He was clearly not looking the entire field there. That was not it. $100 is 5,700 peso here. Wow. Man. So 3-and-outs. This is Whelan again going to punt. Pretty much about the same spot as it was last time. As that's going to be fielded at the 13. He's at the 15. He's at the 20. And brought down at the 26. Good return of about 12, 13 yards. So 6:37 left to go in the second quarter. As 0-0. Packer fans in the bar, they're live. They're pretty happy for a 0-0 game. Only downside wages stink. No minimum wage laws. 3 jobs a day. Oh, man. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Sounds like you just need to live your entire life in America and then move at the end. Make the money go farther. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. That is pretty much it. Again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond. Just many comments. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, the 0-0 game. It is a good. I think it's better. It is starting to get into that point again. Back-to-back 3-and-outs. That's a no. That is definitely not what it was earlier. And those games, I don't know if it's just the 3-and-out thing. That could be a bummer. Because it was moving at a nice pace. Now it's slowed down a little bit because of the 3-and-outs. But yeah, that is not good. Again, only 50 yards for the Packers. The Eagles, again, they had a drive earlier that took about 7-8 minutes off the clock. They do that here. I mean, that would be a killer. That opened and closed at 44 points. Now the total went down to 28.5. Oh, man. Jeez. English from 4 to 8. Cook hamburgers on the street from 9 to 12. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Man, I couldn't do that. You don't work anymore. I'm retired and living the life and travel. That sounds nice. All right, we're back here in Green Bay. We're at 0-0. So, yes, you've scored as many points as these two proud NFL franchises. As the Eagles will take over at the 26. Hurts is under center, receiver to the right. Barkley in the backfield. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Bounces it inside. He's at the 30 and brought down around the 32-yard line. Nice gain there as he picks up 7. Going to mark him down at the 33. The passing stats here again, 6 for 10, 39 yards for Hurts. Love, not feeling love. He's 2 for 6 for 12 yards. So 2nd and 3, ball at the 33. As Hurts is once again under center. 2 tight ends in the game. As Hurts quickly snaps it, hands it off to Barkley. He's at the 35, gets the first down as he's brought down at the 40. That's a gain of 7, but there is a flag, and this may come back. And Lane Johnson a little slow to get up. Joe Buck just copied me. I said he was slow to get up first. Enjoy life. Yep. You can be the U.S. government comes me a check. Nice. But again, yeah, the injuries. Avery pulling for the Packers. Avery, a Cowboys fan. So that's got to be a tough game for Cowboys fans. They obviously won't like the Eagles, but the Packers-Cowboys rivalry over the last few years. Holding on the defense and then holding on the offense going to offset those penalties. So Lane Johnson going to exit the game, or at least for now, as he makes his way to the sideline. So Johnson, that's a big loss. He's been a pretty good lineman for a few years now. Good bit, probably his whole career at this point. Of course, he always false starts early, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to let that slide here. Again, he's injured. Great pitching duel between the Phillies and the Brewers. Yep, Phillies-Brewers. Would have been nice to see that as the NLCS, but the Phillies could not take care of the Dodgers. 2nd and 3. Hurts is in the pistol. Tight ends in tight. 2 receivers out wide left. Ball at the 33. Hurts sending a man in motion. That is Smith. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley up the middle, and he is dropped at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 1, and it makes it 3rd and 2 for the Eagles as the clock ticks at 5:25 and counting in the second quarter. If you like scoring, folks, too bad. Too bad is what I got to say. This is not the game for you. Again, you know, you look at the stats. I feel like the stats are a little bit misleading. I feel like it's been a pretty solid game. The last 2 drives have not been great. But 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts under center as he play action, drops back, looking to his left, fires to his left. It is overthrown, incomplete. Oh, and there's a late flag. Oh, my goodness. The pass was a little bit high. I don't think that was catchable. Now he does make contact, but again, pass interference on the Packers. Again, I don't know what Williams was even doing. That was a pretty bad game, to be honest with you, or pretty bad play, a flag. It was just not a good flag, but again, I don't know why he's wrapping up Goddard for no reason. But yeah, that throw was about 5 feet over his head. Walk with limp because one of my bullet hit my leg bone. The last one I got ran over by a car. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Good foot. Jeez. 1st and 10 at the 40. Hurts is under center, sending a man in motion. And now everyone's moving, and there wasn't a flag thrown. What the heck? Referees are not on it. False starts on the Eagles. That'll back them up 5. Football gods like this game. Us mortals do not. I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind this game. Argentina. Wow. That was dumb. Yep. I don't know why Williams started embracing Goddard for no reason. But yeah, the throw was over his head. That should not have been a penalty. It is what it is, though. 1st and 15 for the Eagles. Ball at the 35. Hurts in the shotgun, sending a man in motion, hands it off to Barkley. Barkley taking it outside. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, 45. Pushed out of bounds at the 44. But there is a flag. Holding on the Eagles. If you like holding calls, there you go. So now it's going to be 1st and 25 for the Eagles. Great run there by Barkley. Oh yeah, that is a, I don't know, actually. I mean, kind of. You see that almost on every play. 1st and 25 for the Eagles. I think that's appropriate for a 0-0 game. As Hurts is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle, this is Bigsby as he's brought down close to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Makes it 2nd and 20 for the Eagles. Just hit a drawn art, this guy. Same score we got. Yeah, that's crazy. You can see the Andes. Oh, that must be beautiful. All right, 2nd and 20 for the Eagles. Ball at the 30. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion. That is Smith. Hurts takes a snap, looking, fires. It's a screen to Smith. He's at the 35 and brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11 for the Eagles as we're approaching 3:30 and counting in the second quarter. It is 0-0 here in Green Bay. It's the same score as it was about 10 hours ago, and the game hasn't even started yet. Whenever they made the schedule back in May, it's the same score as it was then, folks. No one has scored. 3rd and 11. Ball at the 39. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. They need to get to the 50 for a brand new set of downs. Hurts lifts the leg. Takes the snap. Drops back. Steps up, and he's going to take off and run. He's at the 40 and sliding down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but he needed 11, and that is going to force an Eagles punt. Deacon, how's it going? Yo, what's up? Yeah, we're just hanging out. 0-0 game. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool, man. Mysterious has been everywhere. So this is, I think it's Man, ready to punt it away, and he does. As that is going to be booted at the 10, bounces at the 6, rolls back at the 8. Really good punt, and of course, there's another penalty. 49-yard punt, and this may be against the Packers. That may be half the distance, and that would put them at the 4. That is not what you need if you're the Packers, because only, 50 yards? Yeah, 50 yards total for the Packers. Now they're saying it's against the Eagles. Okay. We're just waiting the call here at this point. Geez, I'm holding on Philly. So it looks like they're going to have him re-kick it. Man, yeah, that would have been that was a good punt. That pinned him at the 8. But now Man's going to have to punt it again. I don't know if we get to the 8 this time. Yeah, seriously, I went final with the word Argentino came up in your chat. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's all connected. Your 73 was a Navy Sage 18. Oh, again, thank you for your service there. Appreciate it. All right. Again, the Eagles going to punt it. The 0-0 game will continue. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are laughing. You know that's not good. As here is the punt. And that is a knuckler bouncing at the 25, picked up to the 22. He's at the 25, the 30, spins around and is driven backwards around the 33-yard line. So a difference of 25 yards. Oh, that's a killer for the Eagles because, again, it would have put the Packers at the 8. Now they're going to be marked down at the 32. So 2-minute warning here in Green Bay. 0-0 is your score. They will step away. I, of course, will be right here. You want to go to North Korea? Because it'll be an ultimate flex. Yeah, hey, I mean, that's true. Yeah, North Korea definitely, that'd be different. That would definitely be different for sure. Looks like it might be a 10-7 game, yeah. Put you in timeout. I don't know if you're a bot or not, David, so we're just going to put you in timeout for a little bit. Not going to block you, just put you in timeout. Sorry, don't understand the bells. Decent return, yeah. I mean, they needed it again. They only had 50 yards the entire game. First field goal wins. Hey, 3-0. That'd be kind of cool. Aikman and Buck are laughing at the Tomlin locker room celebration for looking in at it. Yeah. That was so dumb. I shared it on my YouTube. Apparently I can share that. There's some things I can't share. I guess I can share that. It was approved. But, yeah, no, that was pretty funny. Tomlin loves being 9-8. You have to look at that, folks. That's pretty funny. If you haven't seen it yet. It is AI, of course, but it's pretty good. Might hit the over at halftime. Might get like 20 or so. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. In this one, again, if you like the NFL, you like college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone in this chat were to subscribe right now, probably be at what? Like, I'd be close to 2,000. Be nice. Just saying. Not trying to peer pressure you into subscribing. It is free. But yeah, you should definitely subscribe if you're a sports fan, folks. It is free. You don't have to pay me anything, I promise. No bill will be sent to you. So definitely leave a like and hit that subscribe button now for more football. I think we all want football, right? Again, this is pretty much all I do on the channel. I just call games. I do post a little bit in the videos, not too much, but we'll expand that in the future for sure. As what in the world happened here? Oh, okay, that was weird. All right, 1st and 10 here for Love at the 32. Love, play action, rolling to his right, fires. It's caught at the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 40. For some reason, my TV froze for a sec, but now we're live. So that's going to be 2nd and 2 coming up for the Packers. Now the volume's messed up. What the heck's going on? Packers going to have to move a little bit faster. Of course, the clock stopped. They do have 3 timeouts. So 2nd and 2 at the 40 as he hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs gets the first down as he's brought down around the 45-yard line for a gain of 5. Put a Cowboy jersey on? Nope. Never. Probably never happening. Probably. Actually, leave out the probably. Never happening. Love in the shotgun. Drops back. Looking to his left. Fires on the middle. It's caught by Jacobs at the 50, and that's where he's brought down. Good tackle by Nakobe Dean. He is, I believe he was a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick out of Georgia. Can't believe the Eagles just got all the Georgia guys. 2nd and 5, ball at the 50. Love in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 receiver to left, changing it up a little bit. Love drops back. Looking. Heavy pressure. Moves up in the pocket. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 45 and runs out of bounds at the 42. Nice run there by Love. The pocket was collapsing, doing a good job of escaping, picking up 9 yards and the first. Man, that was definitely scary if you're a Packers fan. So 1st and 10 for the Packers as they are closing in on field goal territory. That would be kind of a shock to see a score. It would definitely change it up. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Love drops back, looking over the middle. Now checks it down to his right. It's Jacobs. He's at the 40, cuts inside, outside again at the 33, and that's where he's dropped. Clock continues to run, and the Packers are going to call their first timeout. With 42 seconds left, it's going to be 2nd and short. Whenever they come back, 0-0 here in Green Bay. What if Big Ben bought into the Cowboys ownership? Won't change really anything. Barn burner, yeah, no, we got a great one here in Green Bay. Barn burner for sure. We need a touchdown and trust our kicker. I think that would make it more fun, though, if we trot him out, 35-yard attempt, before the half, 3 seconds left. Shanks it. We're still at 0-0. I know Packers fans, obviously, Chris, you wouldn't like it. But the NFL fan kind of might, I'm a little bit sadistic when it comes to that stuff. That would be kind of funny. 0-0. Troy Aikman, UCLA Bruins. Yep. Number 1 pick in 1989. Yep, there was definitely that. I actually saw a highlight today. Troy Aikman getting injured his rookie year. It was like just the NFL, like the thing was about just the NFL being different back then. You know, you can just crush people, crush the quarterback. And he got rocked, and he was knocked out. And that's when I think I forgot the backup quarterback came in for a few games. And then that was the only time the Cowboys actually won was with the backup quarterback, Jimmy Johnson's quarterback at Miami. And I can't remember the name for the life of me. Now I'm really bothered by this. Again, if you are just tuning in, we are in commercial break. So I assure you that I will call the game whenever I get it. I'm going to get the game back on. So what I'm going to do is going to type in Troy Aikman. Then I'm going to type in 1989 Troy Aikman. Then I'm going to, well, that's not what I should have done. Should have typed in 1989 Dallas Cowboys. Steve Walsh, that's who it was. Steve Walsh. The only time the Cowboys won in 89 was Steve Walsh. It'd make for good theater, yeah. It definitely would. All right, we're back here in Green Bay. They're going to show us the injury to Lane Johnson. Don't know why. He was limping to the locker room. That's not a good sign. Then he was carted. So he got to the tunnel. Hold on. He's questionable. They're saying he's questionable. I don't know. That doesn't look like it's questionable. All right, 2nd and 1 for the Packers. Love in the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Love drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is caught at the 27-yard line by Romeo Dobbs. Romeo, where art thou? Romeo, well, he's there for about 6 yards, 5-6 yards. So first down, Packers. Then he says for you now. I remember him on the Jets. I actually don't remember. I think it was also on the Buccaneers. Can't remember. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers. Ball at the 27. Love in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Love takes the snap. Drops back. Looking over the middle. Moving up in the pocket. Oh, the pocket's collapsing and down he goes. He may have actually fallen across the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he was sacked. All right, they're going to give him the sack there. No yards, but it's a sack regardless. What was the last 0-0 score at halftime? That's a good question. That's a good question. When was the last 0-0 score at halftime? I'll look it up, actually, because there is a timeout Green Bay, so give me a sec. When was... Looks like Elton Jenkins, the Packers offensive lineman, is shaken up. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know if it was a timeout there. No, it was a timeout. Ooh, Love landed on Jenkins' ankle. Oh, gosh. Darn it, that's tough. NFL halftime score. I don't know. I feel like... Oh, that's only half. That's telling me the whole game. I don't know. It's only telling me the whole game. I guess there's nothing for halftime. If anyone can find that, that'd be great. But the last time an NFL game ended 0-0 was Giants-Lions in 43. But that's not what it's telling me. There's no halftime stuff. All right. Oh, well. Last 0-0 game was December 10th, 2023. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find that. So, yeah, it's been a few years. 2nd and 10, ball at the 27. Love in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Sending a man in motion. Love drops back. Looking over the middle. Heavy pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Oh, it's a fumble. It's a fumble. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I mean, he's got to hope that it was forward. It looked like he was trying to do it, trying to get forward pass there. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what Love was doing. Oh, that's a fumble. If it's recovered by the Eagles. It is recovered by the Eagles. Well, that is a tough one. That is a tough one, folks. The Jets winning yesterday was not my bingo card. Yeah, I don't think it was on anyone's. Love takes out our lineman. Yep. What in the... I don't know. That was pretty crazy. You can always count on Trisk for the number questions. That's fair. I don't know what Love was doing. He should have just taken the sack. But that was not a good play by Jordan Love. And now we're looking at a possibility of this game being 0-0 at halftime. However, the Eagles do have the ball at their own 35. So can they move the ball 30 yards in 23 seconds? Well, I honestly think they can. Fly, Eagles, fly. Packers got to love this guy. Just blitz Love. He is the worst in the NFL under pressure. It's not good. What's up, Dr. Lay? This game has been points after... I know. It's just too much. There have been way too many points scored in this game. So much, in fact, that it says 0-0. It broke the scoreboards on ESPN, on the computer here, which is also on ESPN. Honestly, ESPN is just broken. And Jenkins now being carted to the locker room, so hopefully he'll be okay. As it's Hurts 1st and 10 at the 35. Sending a man in motion. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Hurts drops back. Steps up. Moving to his left is Hurts. Hurts going to take off and run out of bounds after a couple. Pushed out around the 38, 39 yard line. Come on, pick 6. Yeah, I don't know about that. Brooks better be careful. If Hurts would have flopped, that would have been huge. So 2nd and 6 ball at the 39. Love Hurts, yep. Actually, ball at the 38, 2nd and 7. Hurts drops back, looking to his right, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Smith, couldn't hang on to it. And it's 3rd and 6. They're actually talking about the Jets-Texans right now. Wow. Interesting. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. This is a... man, this is tough. This is tough now. It's turned into that game. I said 6 out of 10 earlier. I don't know now anymore. Hurts in the shotgun, chips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hurts going to hand it off up the middle. This is Shipley. And Shipley gets nothing. And now 4 seconds left. The Packers are going to call a timeout. I don't know why the Packers are going to call. Like, that's dumb in my opinion. Like, just let it go to the half. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't like what the Packers just did. That's kind of lame. But anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, 0-0 with about 4 seconds left. Honestly, you just kind of give the Eagles a chance to run another play. I mean, they could take 5 seconds off the clock. But, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Game Boy. Oh, yeah. Rhino Nation being represented tonight. Appreciate Rising Rhino. Again, he's also covering this game. And yeah, they're going to run a play. That's exactly what the Eagles should do. Hurts drops back, rolling to his right. Honestly, part of me wants the Eagles to score, but they're going to throw it away. That was done by LaFleur. My opinion, you better not do that again. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go ahead and put Rising Rhinos link in here. So that is your halftime score, folks. 0-0 at the half. Again, that is a friend of the channel, folks. Make sure, again, to click on his link, subscribe, and then come back here, of course. But, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. If everyone subscribes here right now, we will have 2,000 subs. I'm telling you, we are definitely on our way to 2,000 subs. So appreciate you guys for hanging out. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe. We beat the announcers talking about history. They had people feeding them info. We got ourselves. Oh, yeah, I know. We are the best. Trisk is a legend. Yeah, again, we just... The true football fans are, here on the channel. That is definitely true. This is a true football channel. We love football. Dumb timeout, waste of everyone's time again. Yeah, it was a waste of time, but also, again, what if the Eagles really try to do something there? Let's just say they try a play, pass interference, you just give the Eagles, again, a field goal. That's why I don't like what the Eagles did. They could have been more aggressive on that one for sure. Just go in the locker room and regroup. Yep. 0-0 at the half. Hail Mary. Yeah, I feel like they should have done it. I feel like Hurts can do it. Rhino's currently ranting on about how these are supposed to be the best teams and they aren't showing it. This guy. Rhino, man. If the Colts were 2-8, is he really saying that? Is he really saying that? But good teams would hold each other scoreless. Exactly. Yeah, no, good teams will keep the game. It's not like, oh, man, we got two great teams playing tonight, so it's going to be 45-38, That's not how it works. It's usually 27-24 or something like that, What is the temperature there? Would you believe it's going to be 26 here in Brandon, Mississippi? Yeah, it's actually here in East Texas. It's going to reach 33 tonight. So, yeah, it's getting a little bit colder. It's actually 39 already where I am. Oh, it's actually supposed to hit 32 now. Jeez. So 32 whenever I don't think I'll be up that early, but yeah, 32 in the morning. Yeah, I think Rhino, I like Rhino a lot, but I don't know. I think he's letting the Colts get to him a little bit. So that's not good. See, that's the thing, See, Rhino, I like Rhino. But if let's just say the Steelers are 8-2, right? Let's just say the Steelers are 8-2. They are averaging 30 points a game or something, whatever the Colts are doing. You wouldn't really hear me talking trash about anyone. Because, one, I already kind of went through the phase of me doing that when I was younger. I got all that out when I was, a kid. Steelers won their Super Bowls when I was younger, in middle school. Actually, yeah, it was middle school pretty much. And, of course, they were still really good in high school for me, 2010s, early 2010s. But I've been humbled. And you would think with the Colts, with how the Colts have been the last, since the Andrew Luck era, being close, but again, it's kind of struggling. And then, of course, especially after Andrew Luck leaving, they've been middle of the pack to pathetic. You think that would kind of humble you a little bit. And you'd probably be gracious and appreciative of what you have, but I'm a little shocked by his behavior. Next time we do, I have already told him, hey, I do plan on making a cameo appearance for sure on the show very soon. And I'm probably going to call him out. Hopefully you guys are there. Again, we'll make sure to let you guys know when we have the show. But it's coming soon. It'll be either this week or next week. It probably won't be this week, actually. I'm very busy this week. But maybe next week we'll be sure to, I'll be on again. I'll probably call him out. How you doing, Scott? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Again, I like I say, I genuinely mean this. I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the live stream because, again, there's so many people covering this game. There are, and I really do appreciate you guys for selecting me as the voice for the game. So appreciate that. Again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to get to as many comments as I can. And you can let him know too, Game Boy, that I'm calling him out. Hey, what the heck? Each quarterback costing them points. Yeah, I would say Love more though. Honestly, Hurts has played. I mean, is he playing great? No, but Love looks like the second best quarterback tonight, and that's not good. You definitely would expect more. Definitely taking on the persona of a good. Yeah, he definitely is. I'm sure maybe it's a little bit for the content, but I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't know if he's actually doing it. I think he's actually saying what he believes, or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he is. I'd have to actually message him. We haven't talked off camera too much. We have to though. We got to do that. But then I'd be like, well, do you actually mean what you're saying? Then I don't know. That sounded kind of weird. I don't know. We'll chat it up. We'll figure it out. But yeah, no, I don't know. Again, the Colts. I mean, if you're telling me the Colts are gonna host the Chargers, I understand they already beat the Chargers, but again, in a playoff game, again, I feel like the good teams will rise to the occasion. If the Ravens are a wild card, they go to Indy. Do you really think the Colts are going to beat the Ravens? No. The Chiefs. What if the Chiefs are the team that are still a wild card team? Do you think they're going to just lose to Daniel Jones? Do you really think that's going to happen? No. What if the Bills are a wild card team? Do you really think the Bills are going to go into Indy and lose in the playoffs? No. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So we'll see, though. Plenty of football left. Niners have had seasons of being good and being terrible, so I've learned to be humble. Yeah, now the NFL will humble you. Even in the winning seasons thing that the Steelers have had here, that's not good enough. Of course, it's a joke now. It helps when the entire NFL world bullies you, but yeah, no, just because you win doesn't mean you're good. You're doing great tonight. Nice. Great to hear that. Next Monday night, you won't have 0-0 at the half. Yeah, it might be like 30-30, but is that really a good game, though? Again, I'm also like, I like good defense. And tonight, we've really seen good defense. This isn't a bad game. It really isn't. This is some solid defense happening tonight, folks. And we really should have seen that happen. The Eagles are really primarily a running team, and the Packers have a great defensive line. And, Jacobs, he's been contained very well. And the Eagles have a good defense. Doc making sense. Oh, yeah, I try. I'll be back. Let's see if Rhino's going off. Oh, yeah, I bet he is. Wonder how JJ's doing. JJ's also covering this game. I'll have to look at him. Oh, he's doing pretty well. Look at that. Good stuff, JJ. JJ's got 95 likes. Yeah, that's the thing, JJ. Man, geez, that's good stuff. If the Bills go to Indy and play like they did yesterday, Colts will take the Bills. No, they're not going to. No. See, again, that was a divisional game, Nick. And you know that. You know it was a divisional game. You can't just say, oh, wow, that's who the Bills are. No. Here, let's see if we can. Football Database. This is a great website. Again, at Pro Football Reference, the Football Database. Really good stuff. So let's see if we can find here. AFC East. So let's go. Let's click on the Dolphins. And then let's do some history. Record by opponents. Okay, we want to see their history. Okay. So I guess it has been a while, but whenever the Dolphins do beat the Bills, it is in Miami. Okay, so not saying it happens a lot, because it doesn't, but whenever it does happen, as you can see, they lost. A lot of losses there. But whenever the Dolphins do beat the Bills, it's usually in Miami. In fact, their last win over the Bills in Buffalo is actually 2016. But, whenever you see a lot of these W's, it's because they're the home team. And, of course, again, they struggle away. So, again, history is not always accurate, but you can kind of like sense a trend on how things will go. We haven't played the Dolphins since 2022, really. Do we not play the Dolphins this year? I think we do. The Steelers do. I feel like we do. I could be wrong. Yeah, we do. We play them Monday Night Football. Oh, wow, we play them Monday night. But yeah, the Cowboys Raiders next Monday night, so I'll make up for my lack of Thursday night. We're about to see Jordan MVP second half. Well, hey, I'm sure Packers fans would definitely take that for sure. What do you think will win tonight's game? Again, 0-0. It could go anyone. I agree, but you still have to show up. I'm not saying the Bills are bad by any means. Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't see that happening. Can't believe how the announcers are downing Rodgers so bad for one game. Well, I mean, again, the media hates him. The media will hate Rodgers for forever, pretty much. Even when he's an old man, 70-year-old Rodgers. That's actually going to be very interesting. So, like you guys, I say you guys as in like, Gen Xers. Maybe the older part of the millennials, those were born in the early 80s. Seeing your quarterback get old, like seeing him get old and gray, that's I guess that's a foreign concept to me. But again, my dad would love Terry Bradshaw and a lot of other quarterbacks, Dan Marino. Seeing them get old and gray, I've yet to really experience that. Seeing Ben, Ben's in his, I think he's 44, 45. Imagine what is Rodgers going to be doing when he's 70? This is a great game, Doctor. It actually isn't bad. I mean, I think it's probably getting memed to death right now. Like, oh yeah, this game, one of the worst games now. The worst game of the week was last night. Sunday Night Football last night was terrible. That was actually atrocious. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure again to drop that like button. Hit it right now. It is free. And then subscribe to the channel. Again, I know subscribing sounds like you're paying me. It's not the case, folks. I promise you it's free. Free. And subscribe to be a part of this growing channel. It is a growing channel, and we're on the rise. Closing in on 2,000 subscribers very, very soon. Very, very soon we're going to hit that, and it's going to be pretty cool. And, of course, I'll have you guys to thank. Just give you a like. Thank you. Appreciate it. Looks like we're returning to Green Bay, 0-0. So again, folks, you guys have scored as many points as these NFL teams here tonight in the first half. So if you ever feel down about yourself, just know that you have scored as many points as these millionaires here tonight. Got a weird live bet. Love over 100 yards passing. Goddard over 10 receiving yards. And over 16.5 for even money. Oh, wow. Rodgers was missing a lot of open throws last night. Steelers should have got a number 2 receiver to help out Metcalf. Oh, no, I completely agree. Steelers really dropped the ball as far as not getting a receiver. That was really frustrating. I really wanted somebody, and that may be our problem. Because these receivers, they don't get open. Next Monday, lots of offense, but defense, yeah, probably not. Go, Pack, go. Yep, we'll see. As here is the kickoff. That is fielded at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, and brought down at the 29. That is Shipley on the return. Nice return there, and the Eagles will take over at the 29-yard line. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you, sir. I also don't understand why they don't throw to Jonnu Smith. Yeah, I don't really use him. I don't know why they traded for him and not really use him. They don't really use a lot of people, to be honest with you. Let's go, Birds. Wake up, shake. Yeah, no, that's Both these teams need to finish drives. Johnson is on the sideline. He is out there. He may come back. We'll see. 1st and 10 for Hurts. As Hurts is he's in the shotgun, pardon me. Sending a man in motion is Hurts as he hands it off to Barkley at the 30. Breaks a tackle at the 35, but then the Packers are all over it. And they whistle it dead after a gain of 6. The Eagles offense through the first 9 weeks, 26 points per game. That's 10th in the NFL, which is insane to me. Usually that's like top 5. That's amazing. Well, of course, night 0. 26 points a game is 10th in the NFL. Isn't that weird? Too many points are being scored now. 2nd and 3, ball at the 36. Hurts is in the pistol. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Hurts, play action, fires. It is caught. He's at the 40. And then the Packers are all over him at the 41-yard line. That is good enough for an Eagles first down. Goddard with a gain of 5. Of course, Steve doing a little bet. He said he needed 16 and a half. No, he needed 10 yards. 10 and a half yards there. It's like they heard Steve's like, oh, Steve put a bet. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Ball at the 41. Hurts in the pistol. 2 receivers left. Tight ends in tight. Sending a man in motion. That is Smith. Hurts. Play action. Drops back. Looking over the middle. Fires deep. It is caught at the 40. And he's brought down at the 37. That is Dallas Goedert. Just like that, Steve gets that to hit. And that is a first down for the Eagles. You have to watch this movie where these twin guys found out Terry Bradshaw could be their father. It's called Father Figures. Okay. I bet it's probably a crazy movie as Hurts fakes the toss, drops back, fires over the middle, overthrown, incomplete. He had him. Calcaterra was wide open. He missed him. Oh, man, that really could have been Aikman's right. It could have been a touchdown. I was about to say it, then he says it first, so dang it. Wow, just missed Calcaterra over the middle. But hey, it's 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the Green Bay 37. Hurts is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Looks like that is 6 offensive linemen. As Hurts will hand it off. This is Barkley up the middle of the 35 and brought down at the 30. That is a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 3 coming up for the Eagles. Back from Rhino Nation. Yeah, you better have been nice. Better not be talking trash. Delay versus Rhino coming soon, folks. We're going to resume that soon. 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. Ball at the 30. They need to get to the 27 for a brand new set of downs. Actually, can mark at the 31. That's a bad spot. So 3rd and 4. Hurts takes the snap. Keeps it. Fires. It is caught at the 25. Pushed down at the 24. That is Dallas Goedert. They've been using him a lot on this drive. First down, Eagles. Eagles should just keep running it. We can't stop them. Yeah, or just throw it to Goddard. He already has 3 catches on the drive. This is where the Eagles take over, yeah. Again, the Eagles had a drive like this earlier, but then the fumble by Hurts, that was a killer. So 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Hurts drops back. Steps up in the pocket, moving to his left is Hurts. He may take off. He will. He's at the 20 and jogs out of bounds around the 17-yard line for a gain of 6. And the Eagles just keep moving and moving and moving. They're going to show a replay here. Let's see what Parsons does. Parsons takes the snap. He doesn't take the snap. He rushes pretty much right up there, leaving a little gap inside, of course. Hurts able to take advantage. As it's 2nd and 4. Hurts is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Tight ends in tight. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off. This is Bigsby, and Bigsby going down behind the line. That's a loss of 3. Great play by Quay Walker. Loss of 3 makes it 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Hey, Dr. Rhino just opened a pack of cards and found a Russell Wilson Steelers card. Oh, yeah. Do I remember Russ? Really? No, I have no idea. He played for the Steelers? That must have been way before my time. Oh, yeah. No idea. I was not talking trash. I was gabbing garbage, and I was regaling this guy. 3rd and 7. In the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. And the clock is at 0. And that is a delay of game. So another delay on DrDelay. That's cool. I'd like to open up more, cards on stream. We got to do that. Trisk is actually the one that had that idea of making a video of just us open up cards. That would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun. I don't know if it'll be a live stream, but a actual video. All right, 3rd and 12 coming up for the Eagles. Doing the holding helmet emote whenever you realize you made a mistake. I don't know why, it's weird to me, I guess. Hurts is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. They need to get to the 13 for a brand new set of downs. Hurts hands it off to Shipley. Shipley moving forward, but not forward for long as he's brought down at the 21 for a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. That's going to be a field goal attempt of about 39 yards for Jake Elliott. So we may see the 0-0 go away, folks. This is a 39-yard attempt from the right hash. Elliott. Actually, I don't know what his stats are for the season, as there is the kick. It is up. It is good. 3-0 Eagles over the Packers. 8:58 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We got some points. Look at that. You like points? We got you 3. As the Phillies lead 3-0 over the Brewers. For 6-7. Oh, 6-7. You said it. 6-7, 6-7. I expect no delay of games. I guess my bar is too high. Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, again, it could be yeah, I guess if you're including the coaches there as well. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's a fair point. Delay a game is definitely a tough penalty for sure. Might have to get. Yeah, we got some points. What's up, Delay? Hey, how's it going? RC, good to see you. Sorry about that painful L last night. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. It was only painful because of how the Steelers looked. They looked terrible. That's probably why I said it was painful. Yep. Hey, my friend, how are you doing today? Tonight I'm doing good. In baseball news today, the Braves rookie catcher got the Rookie of the Year. Yes. What was his name? Man, what was his name? Dawson or something? It started with a D. Braves catcher. He was good. Every time I saw him play, which it wasn't much, but he seemed like a promising Drake Baldwin. That's what it was. Yep. Drake Baldwin. Yeah, good stuff. Now, hopefully Paul Skeens gets the Cy Young. Would be nice. Would be pretty cool. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone here subscribes, we'll definitely hit 2,000 subs, folks. So make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. Again, it is free. It is completely free to do so. Baldwin, yeah. Yeah, Drake Baldwin's pretty good. I wish we would have him. We could use a nice young catcher. I mean, we do have one, but he's not really the best hitter. And Henry Davis. Henry Davis, it's not bad. He's not a hitter. I like him behind the plate. Paul Skeens loves Henry Davis behind the plate. He really does. He doesn't even let Joey Bart catch. But unfortunately, Henry Davis cannot hit. You're a Packers fan? Well, hello there, Liam. How's it going? Delay hates offense. That's why these games have become a drag. Well, I mean, I like great defense, yes. I don't know if... But yeah, no, I just don't do it. It's going to be fielded at the 10, the 15, the 20. He's at the 25 and brought down at the 27. And it's very late in my country. I don't want to take a guess. Very late. It's kind of late here, honestly. All right, let's go with Scotland. Let's go with Scotland. Say a cuss word. I'll take back my... No, I can't do it. Sorry. Sorry, man. Hey, it was fun. Appreciate you. Not gonna swear for that. Aaron Judge and Otani MVP award? No. Yeah, probably. Actually, very much correct. All right, 1st and 10 here for Love. Love is under center. As Love, play action, drops back, steps up, moving up in the pocket, fires. It's caught at the 40 and pushed out of bounds at the 46. That is Christian Watson, but there's a flag. There is a flag. Sounds like it's going to be a hold against... Holding. Yep, it's going to be a holding. Holding against Philly. Penalties declined. Automatic. Well, it's going to be a first down anyway due to the catch. Love to see Love throw the ball down the field. Yep, needs it. Scotland. Scotland, yeah. 3 a.m. here, but nothing ever stops me from staying awake and watching Green Bay. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, if you love football, yeah, this is... Yeah, I'll definitely stay up late for football for sure. 1st and 10, ball at the 47. Love under center, receiver left, receiver to the right. As he hands it off up the middle, he's at the 50 and brought down at the 48. That is Josh Jacobs with a gain of about 5. Makes it 2nd and manageable. That's cool. That's cool. I got it first try. I honestly wasn't thinking, I don't know. I just kind of went with it. I was going to go with Scotland or Ireland, because England, that's what people mostly would think about, but nah. 2nd and 6, Love is under center, receiver to left, receivers to the right. Love sending a man in motion as he hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs makes the guy miss and is tackled forward to about the 46-yard line. He got a couple there. Makes it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Packers. Ticking under 6:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3-0 Eagles leading over the Packers. Jacob always runs so hard. I feel bad for him having to run behind this. Yeah, no, Jacobs has had to work for his 3-4 yards a carry. You are correct. Definitely is something that really hasn't gotten much better since week 1. We saw it in week 1, but it's kind of the same here in about week 9, week 10? What week are we in? Love drops back, looking to his right, fires. It's caught at the 43, brought down at the 42. That is Wicks with the catch. Needed 3, gets 4. That's a first down for the Packers. First down, Packers. Packers again. They've kind of moved the ball earlier. Again, they get stalled about this in this area. So we'll see if they're able to keep it going here. As Love is under center, sending a man in motion. Love hands it off to Jacobs, and Jacobs is dropped in the backfield. Oh, what a loss on the play. Tackled by Hunt. Loss of 4. As soon as Jacobs gets the ball, he's already running for his life. Wow, that is pretty bad blocking. What in the world? It's not good when as soon as you see him getting the ball, you already see Packers, a lineman already looking at him. That is not good. Down and down, this guy. 2nd and 14, ball at the 46. Love under center, sending a man in motion. Love, play action, steps up, and he pump fakes, takes off and runs as he's brought down at the 41 for a gain of 5. Makes it 3rd and 9 for the Packers. Love already with 5 carries on the night. I feel like it's a little bit more than you'd probably want Love to have. Now, Aikman's saying there's no one open, but Dobbs, if he keeps his eyes down the field, Dobbs was kind of free there. I don't know. What do you guys see if you guys are watching this game? 3rd and 9, ball at the 41. They need to get to the 32 for a brand new set of downs. Love drops back. Steps up, fires over the middle. It is incomplete. He went to Dobbs that time. Unable to hold on to it, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 9. And it looks like they're leaving the offense on the field. You believe Lionel Hutz was? Yeah, Lionel Hutz. Hey, that he's the best lawyer. He is the best Simpsons character, to be honest with you. Oh, the throw. Oh, man, Dobbs kind of had it. Dobbs open. He was open. That's what I'm saying. If he kept his eyes down the field, would have had Dobbs there. They're going for it on 4th and 9 at their own 41. Oh, I don't know. He takes the snap, drops back, steps up, fires. It is incomplete. Oh, what are the Packers doing? As an unbiased guy, what the heck was that? Unbelievable. And of course, that's just a straight up drop. Bo Melton, just couldn't hang on to it. The floor can't believe it. Oh my goodness, they went for it at 4th from 4th and 9. What the heck are you doing? If analytics said that is what you need to do, folks, I'm sorry. That is stupid. The analytical nerds are just dumb. Really dumb. Really dumb. That is pathetic. Go Packers. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not looking good right now. Hurts and Love both 83 passing yards. Really? Are they at? Oh, yeah. Well, no, Love is at 63. What are we doing, man? Drop the open pass. Yep. Who's 16? Bo Melton. I like Scorpio. Oh, yeah, Hank Scorpio. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, okay, that's fair. Hank Scorpio, then Lionel Hutz. Those two clearly were the best Simpsons characters. Oh, yeah, love it. Third play. Yeah, I bet Rob loves it. Good to see you back from your grocery store trip. You haven't missed much. Eagles leading 3-0. Packers went for it at 4th and 9. I'm sorry. There's no way you can defend it. And if you do defend it, well, sorry. You're defending the guy that just murdered 5 people, and you're going to act like he's right and innocent. That's what you're doing, because that's wrong. You don't do that. Forgot Melton changed the numbers. Hello, it's good day. It was good play. You can't go for it on 4th and 9. With the way kickers can kick, I don't know if it's cold up there. I'm assuming it is. But 4th and 9, there's no way. I think he was drafted by the Mountain. I don't know. Bo Melton. I can't remember who Bo Melton was. Bo Melton. I mean, since we're still in commercial break here, I guess I can go ahead and look at Bo Melton, drafted 2023. By the. Are you talking about Milton, the quarterback? Yeah. I think, well, was he drafted by the Patriots? I thought he was on the Seahawks. I don't remember. I have to go to bed early with how this game is going. Well, still got, I don't know, we still got plenty of time here. 4:42 left to go in the third quarter. Eagles leading 3-0 over the Packers. As the Eagles take over at their own 41. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Hurts drops back, looking over the middle, moving to his right, checks it down at the 41. He's crunched. So nothing doing there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, makes it 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Packers went for it on 4th and 9 at their own 41. Again, Would have been a 59-yard attempt. Is that exactly automatic? No. Kickers can make that, though. But if you don't like that, then you punt it, pin them deep. But that is... wow. 2nd and 9, ball at the 42. They gave him a yard after that. Hurts is under center. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. As Hurts takes the snap. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley can't escape. The Packers are all over him. That's a loss of 6. As he's dropped at the 36. Packers defense trying to make some noise. There was a 5-man front there for the Packers, and that was just too much for the Eagles. Makes it 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 for the Eagles. Ball at the 36. They need to get to the other 48 for a brand new set of downs. In the shotgun is Hurts. Hurts drops back. Way back is Hurts. It's a screen. It's caught by Shipley. He's at the 35 and is pushed out of bounds at the 42. Gain of about 7. 6-7, 6-7. And that will be a Eagles punt. Packers defense has played well. Eagles defense has played well. Definitely not a game where it's, like, all right, again, those of you that like, oh man, this game stinks. It's not the Steelers versus the Titans, folks. It wouldn't be, like, if that game's 3-0, yeah, there you go. That's a bad game. This one, not too bad. As here is the punt, and the punter goes down. No flag. Bouncing at the 5, rolls into the end zone for a touchback. 26 degrees, wind of 20 miles per hour. Okay, well then, yeah, then you just punt it at that point. There's no way. I mean, again, 4th and 9. I mean, you do it on the video game. You just don't do it in real life. Even on the video game, I don't think I do that. If your defense is playing that great, then you, all right, try to pin them deep. Defense, get off the field quickly, and then you get field position pretty much right back where you were, around the 50. But now you're going to have it at the 20. And again, the Packers only have 115 yards of offense tonight, so they need every yard they can get. Eagles at 181, a little bit better. Again, not great, but they are having a little bit more success. 9 first downs for the Eagles, 8 for the Packers, 5 penalties for the Eagles, 3 for the Packers. Eagles are 4 for 11 on 3rd down. The Packers are 1 for 7. Time of possession, Eagles at 25 minutes, Packers at 17. Again, still plenty of time left, though. That's the thing. For as bad as, the Packers haven't played bad. They're just not playing good. You're only down 3 points. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone subscribes here, I'll hit 2,000 subs, folks. So, again, I appreciate you guys for hanging out for this one. Again, I know there's a lot of options out there, so definitely much appreciated. No, I'm not going to sell my soul asking me to swear for a subscription, Everyone else swears. I don't feel like swearing. I don't swear in my normal life. For the most part, I mean, I keep it pretty clean. If you want to hear swearing, just literally click on 99% of the other channels on YouTube, and there you go. You want swearing? There you go. This is, for the most part, pretty PG, I would say. Gets PG-13 very rarely. Very rarely. But, yeah. And, again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, I do have a poll. Feel free to let me know who you think's going to win, as we have 58% of you guys have the Eagles winning. And right now, you guys would be correct, 42% with the Packers. So there you go. That is kind of how it's going. And I would say it's about, 3-point game. 16% point spread there. Howie Roseman, 98 trades since 2016. That's the second most in the NFL behind the Patriots. Of course, the Eagles are very aggressive. It seems like they always get a really good player. That's how they do it. 1st and 10, Love in the pistol. Hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs at the 25 and brought down across the 30. That is a 10-yard run and a Packers first down. These lives are great. Appreciate it. I'm a fan now. I already liked and like your graphics and chat. Thank you. I'm not really great on the graphics part, but I appreciate it. If you think that's great, well, then that's awesome. But yeah, I'm doing everything here is like free. So yeah, I mean, of course, if I actually, in the future, like YouTube, I get money from a little bit of ad revenue. But like the more money I'll make, then yeah, I'll definitely invest into it for sure in the future. As Love. Play action, drops back, looking, fires, it is caught! He's at the 50 and ripped out of bounds at the 49. What a catch by Wicks. He is really hyped up, getting in the Eagles guy's face. You better watch it, as there's a flag. I don't think it's on that. Defensive holding on the Eagles, that is declined. That is a Packers first down. Dontavian Wicks with a 20-yard catch, putting the Packers in Eagles territory. George again pulling for the Eagles. Yep. Only thing is nice to know who has possession. Other than that, nice. Oh, yeah, for sure. I can roll around with my kids. Oh, yeah. Definitely want to keep it. Like I said, I became a football fan at the age of 4 or 5, playing the NFL 2K1, NFL 2K2 on the Sega Dreamcast. So, no, man, I am a football fan through and through from a kid as he hands it off up the middle. This is Jacobs. And Jacobs is brought down around the 47. Gain of about 2. And of course, the earliest memories for me would be about 5 years old when seeing the Steelers on TV, actually. That was the earliest Steelers game I can recall. Steelers-Falcons. Tommy Maddox. Smith, but this was supposed to be a preview of the possible NFC Championship game. Both quarterbacks are under 100 yards of passing. The mid-quarterback, it's a sorry game. I don't know. I disagree. I respectfully disagree, of course. As Love is under center, receiver to left, receiver to the right. Love takes the snap, hands it off to Jacobs. Jacobs runs into his own lineman, still moving forward as he's brought down at the 44. It's a gain of about 2 or 3. Makes it 3rd and 4 coming up for the Packers. And that should take us to the end of the third quarter. Should. Looks like they are going to line up. Referee in the way. And yeah, I don't think they're going to snap it. All right, that is the end of the third quarter. The Eagles leading 3-0 over the Packers. Packers with the ball, 3rd and 4 at the Eagles 43. Whenever we do come back, we will get back to football. Of course, I'm here, regardless of commercial break. The Eagles could not score from the Packers 39. When was this? They were at their own 41 on the last drive. So, sorry. Glad you bet the under this guy. Yeah. Yeah, if you had the under tonight, folks, you will probably do well. The under, the line was Eagles, was 44.5. Well, earlier I saw that the Eagles were minus 2.5 or 1.5 at closing. Now apparently the Packers had a 1.5. Oh well. But yeah, 44.5. That's where it was. Again, if these teams played again, is it going to be 3-0? No, I don't think so. But no, I think it's been a really good defensive game. Now it is a little concerning if you're a fan of these teams. Like, okay, what's with the offense? That's you need to put up more points than this. But no, I actually, this is not your typical 3-0, like 3-and-out, incomplete passes all the time game, Like if it's 3-0 and you see the quarterbacks have like 25, 30 pass attempts and they have like 120 yards apiece, it's like, okay, that game stinks. But that's not the case. I think it's been a good game. Maybe it's been an okay game. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, definitely was expecting a little bit more. I guess I can be honest with you there. I was expecting a little bit more from this, for sure. And as always, again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can, especially during commercials. That is definitely a time to hit up the chat. But I try to get to it, of course, during the game in between plays. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. It is fast and free and easy to do. These quarterbacks don't even have 100 yards apiece. Yeah, but, they're not throwing it as much. Hurts at 19, Love at 15. That's a lot of dink and dunk, but that's how the game has went. How many sacks and picks? I don't think there's any picks. Yeah, no picks. Love has been sacked 3 times. Hurts none. Love drops back, looking, fires. It is caught across the 40. Brought down at the 39. That is Wicks with the catch, and that is a first down for the Packers. Brought down at the 39. That's a Packer first down. So 1st and 10 for the Packers as Aikman doesn't like the spot. I don't know, it looked fine to me. All right, well, looks like Aikman was wrong. They looked at it. Yeah, that's a good spot there. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Ball at the 39. Love under center as he hands it off to Jacobs up the middle, and he's brought down around the 35-yard line for a gain of 4. Again, this is not the first quarter, folks. This is the fourth quarter. 3-0 is your score. Eagles, of course, leading. But the Packers with the ball at the Eagles 35. Looks like somebody was cut on the sideline. There's blood everywhere. Wasn't too bad. I think I made it sound worse than it was. 2nd and 6. Love is under center. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. As Love, play action, drops back, steps up and fires, throws. It's caught at the 13. Christian Watson with the catch. They are inside the 15. There is a flag. We'll have to see what it is. Love looks, well, no emotion there, actually. Who do you think? Illegal formation on the Packers. That's going to back him up 5. That is a killer. That'll back him up. So 2nd 11 coming up. Who do you think is the best NFL quarterback right now? Man. Well, if you're looking at this season only, I don't know. I mean, I would think Josh Allen, not for this season, just in general, last few years, I would say Josh Allen. This season only, and I have to really look at it. I mean, May has had a pretty good season. Drake May. Sam Darnold's had a pretty good season. Had a rough game yesterday, though. 2nd 11, ball at the 40. I have to think about that, Jerry. As Love, play action, drops back, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Dobbs. The Packers fans want a flag. No flag given. Dread. I'm not following there, Alton. Pitt upset over Notre Dame. I hope so. Would be nice. I would say I'd have faith that Pitt could actually make the playoff if they pull that off. But then again, they'd have to win out. I'm pulling for it, though. I may cover the game. Of course, it depends on if YouTube doesn't have the illegal streams up, I'm 100% covering the game. If they do, then I'm not covering the game because there's no point. 3rd 11, ball at the 40. Love drops back. Steps up. Looking, now fading back. Moving to his right as Love throws it away. Oh, and the Eagles defense clamping down. And the Packers fans are booing. They are not happy. That is a killer. And again, they went from potentially inside the 15. The penalty knocks them out. Oh, man, that is a killer. And I imagine they punt it. May, yeah, I like May. Stafford? Stafford's had a good year. I'm not a Stafford guy by any means. I've never really liked Stafford, but I'll acknowledge he's had a really good year this year. Here is Whelan as he punts it away, and that's going to bounce at the 6. Can it stay in bounds? I don't know. Picked up by an Eagle, and the Eagles tackle at the 1. The question is, did the Packer who touched it, was he inside the end zone? They may take a look at it. The referee pointing at the end zone. That's never a good sign. Williams signaling safety. There's no way that's a safety. The ball was clearly out when he was tackled. So I don't know if it's at the 1 or at the 20, folks. They're talking about it. Darnold? Yeah, Darnold was, I don't know, yesterday was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad game yesterday. He was trying to give the Cardinals the win. All right, finally we get the slow-mo. And was his foot on the line? Wow. That is going to be a bummer. His foot apparently was on the line prior to him leaping up. So, yeah, it's going to be at the 20. That's kind of one of those rules where it's like, man, well, he's not in the end zone when he touches it, but because he was in the end zone before he leapt, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. Drake May this year, but I would say overall, last few years, I would take Josh Allen. And of course, it's kind of disrespectful to Patrick Mahomes. It is what it is. When Brady won those first 3 rings, no one really thought Brady was the best quarterback in the league either. So, sorry, Pat. 4 touchdowns, no picks, 3 straight games. No, I know. He's played great. Yeah. No, I can't take that away from him. So, it's going to be Eagles ball at the 20 whenever we do return. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like what you're listening to, which is more of a traditional radio-style broadcast, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to sub right now, that's all I'm going to say is this again. I'd be at 2,000 subs. That would be a pretty cool milestone to reach. I'm just shooting the shot, folks. You never know. You never know if it works. So, but yeah, we are definitely a channel on the rise. Started doing this in March. So we are definitely a channel moving on up. We'll get there one day. But again, appreciate you guys again. Like I said, there's a lot of people calling this game. There are, so I appreciate you letting me call it for you. Do you have a poll? Feel free to vote on that poll. 56% of you guys have the Eagles winning this game. 44% have the Packers winning the game. And again, it could go either way. Eagles, of course, the fact that they've scored, I would say, makes me believe the Eagles will probably win. But there's still plenty of time. The Packers have been close. Again, it's like they can't seem to get inside the 30, or when they do, then they're pushed back out due to a penalty, and they can't settle for 3. I don't know. I'd have to look at the let me look at the stats of quarterbacks. But just me thinking off the top of my head, I'd say Drake May. Looks pretty good. I guess we can do by pass rating, but pass rating isn't really everything. I don't know. A lot of solid quarterbacks. I won't say Daniel Jones is the best quarterback this year for sure. I don't know. That's a good discussion. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts is in the shotgun, trips the right, tight end and tight to the left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley, and Barkley lowers his head and trots forward for a gain of 5. 5-yard gain there for the Eagles. They're looking to keep the ball. Again, they're up 3-0. They kind of sense the game is like, hey, you're not scoring. Let's just try to keep possession and chew this clock. One day this channel will be on top of the search list. Oh, yeah, appreciate you. One day it will. I don't know about that, actually. It might be top 5 one day, right? Because Grossi will probably always be 1. 2nd and 6, Hurts tosses to Barkley. Barkley taking it outside and runs out of bounds. Stops the clock temporarily for a few seconds. So no gain on the play. Moving up the XP list. This, I forget XP is still a thing. I don't even notice it anymore. Pack it up, Packers. Let's go with this guy. Still plenty of time, but yeah, no, the Packers need to get something going. They need to stop. And they have been stopping the Eagles. That's the thing. That's what gives, the Packers a chance, is the fact that their defense has played very well. 3rd and 7. Hurts is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right, sending a man in motion. They need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of downs. Hurts drops back, looking to his right. Now fires to his left. It's Barkley. He's at the 25, spins at the 30. He's at the 35, the 40, 45, 50, 45, cuts inside. Brought down at the 35-yard line. As soon as they saw Barkley catch it, he was in open space. I knew it had potential, and it was. First down for the Eagles. Gain of 41 yards. That is a killer. Packers can't even get that 0 off the board. Offense has no push, no real motivation for defense to get out of their base D. Yeah, well, after that one, that is a tough one. 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun. Play action looking. Pump fakes. Fires to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, that's just a heartbreaker right there. Back-to-back plays. They move the distance. 36-yard catch by Devonta Smith. Oh, my goodness, that's a tough one. One day, this guy, well, yeah, I guess he would. This guy. Devonta Smith. It's just a post. Post route, single coverage. Wow. Hey, the Packers did lose to the Steelers. They did. No, they did not, actually. What the heck? Extra point is up. The extra point is good. 10-0, Eagles. Over the Packers with 10:35 left to go. And the way this game has went, you would think, well, that's probably the game. The way this game has went, 10 points is probably it. Eagles will have a 0 on the scoreboard again. This guy. Yeah, I guess they have another 0. Yep, or a 0. 1-0. Wow. I'm sure if you had asked Packer fans, hey, if we hold if you hold the Eagles to 10 points tonight, you're gonna win. Yeah. Is Doctor a closet Philly fan? No, I'm not, Anthony. Definitely not an Eagle fan. I assure you that. I prefer the Packers over the Eagles. Tran loves it. Yes. No, it's because of the touchdown. Well, I pretty much announce every touchdown like that. If it's a neutral game like I have, I don't know. I try to keep it exciting for both teams. For the most part. Dr. Lay's not an Eagles fan. Yeah, definitely not. You're messing with him. Appreciate you, Anthony, again for checking in. Anthony, you've been here for a while. Been here for a few months for sure. Since probably May? Anthony, a Giants fan? Anthony, I can't remember. You said you don't like football? I can't recall. Can't recall. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the style of the broadcast, which is more of a traditional radio-style broadcast, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. If you're a sports fan, if you love football, if you love baseball, I did a lot of baseball over the summer. That was pretty fun. But, again, football is really my number one. It always will be. But yeah, I mean, again, when football's not here, I'll be doing other things. So don't think it's just a fall and winter channel. No, it's a 4 seasons channel. How you living? We're okay over here. I'm hanging out, I guess. I'm hanging out. We're making it. We're trying to make this thing into a great channel. Hopefully, all is well with you, Anthony. Defense turnover comment. We'll see there. I don't know. That's asking a lot. Packers, Niners, Steelers. Okay, cool. You like Ohio State? Oh, man. Oh, geez. All right, we're back here in Green Bay. They're reviewing here, or not reviewing, but, of course, the It's already done. But, yeah, looking at the replay, it was a great catch by Devontae Smith. As he kicks it off, bounces at the 5, fielded at the 1. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, and runs out of bounds at the 25. And that's where the Packers will start this drive. They're down by 10. 10:31 left to go. They gotta get it together. Man, we suck. No, don't say that. It's a rough game, but it's okay. Hey, it's okay. It'll be okay. At least you're not the Steelers. At least you have that going for you. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers as they have it at their own 25. Love is under center. Receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Love takes the snap, hands it off to Jacobs, makes a guy miss, but then the Eagles' defensive line all over him as he gets a couple. Brought down at the 27-yard line. Go Bucks. Oh, you like Ohio State too? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Ohio State fans that I know. My cousins, I have some Ohio State fans in real life that I know. As Love fires. It is caught at the 37. Still fighting forward. Brought down at the 38. Good effort there by Melton. Able to hold on to that one. Gain of 11, and that's a first down for the Packers. Packers may be moving fast, folks. So 1st and 10, ball at the 38. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Love drops back, looking, fires on the middle. It's caught at the 40, and Jacobs is slung down at the 44. That's a gain of 6. Packers, again, might be working fast here. Might not be able to get to the chat when I can. I'll try to, though. We haven't had much highlights tonight on ESPN. Said forget showing that one. Yeah. Kept showing that one over and over. Thanks for DrDelay. I try. 2nd and 4, ball at the 44 as Love swings it out. It is caught at the 45. That's where he's dropped. That is Williams on the catch. Gain of 2. I haven't drank much water today. It's not, I guess it's good. But I think I'm going to start drinking very soon to keep the throat good to go. 3rd and 2, ball at the 46. They need to get to the 48 for a brand new set of downs. Run the ball when we need 2 scores. Well, hey, if it works, it works. Right now, though, the passing is working. 3rd and 2, hands it off to Jacobs up the middle. He's got the first down as he crosses the 50 and brought down at the 46. That's a brand new set of downs for the Packers. And again, they're kind of hurrying up here. Jacobs, I think, is that him? Yeah, he's running off to the field, so that's not good. Hopefully he's okay. 4th quarter. Oh, yeah, we're ready. You're not the Cardinals or Redskins. Yeah, no, the Packers are not the Cardinals or Redskins or Steelers, so look at you guys. The Packers are the Packers. Packers fans should be proud of their team for the most part. Maybe not tonight. Love drops back, looking to his left, fires. It is caught, cuts inside at the 45. Oh, he's dropped. Couldn't stay on his feet at the 44. It's a gain of 2. That is Wilson on the catch. Steelers need some receivers. We do. Too bad we couldn't trade for any. That still ticks me off. 2nd and 8, Love in the shotgun. Love drops back, looking over the middle, steps up, fires. It is incomplete. Looks like it was a comeback route. Couldn't connect on that one. Makes it 3rd and 8. They are at the Philly 44, folks. And again, since it's a cold night, 26 degrees if I recall, from what Rob said, Mr. Rob said, then they're probably not going to be kicking that far. Jacobs hurt. Yeah, old school type of game. Yeah, no, I like it. I like the game. 3rd and 8. In the shotgun. Love awaits the snap. Did I skip your comment? I'm sorry. I'll go back. Love drops back, looking, fires. It is caught at the 34. Immediately going out of bounds, but he will have the first down. That is Wicks with the catch. Least favorite colleges. Bottom is Notre Dame. 2nd bottom, Ohio State. 3rd bottom, LSU. 4th bottom, Penn State. 5th bottom, Stanford. That's pretty much the same for me, but I don't understand Stanford. What's Stanford? What did Stanford do to you? Maybe they're snobs. I don't know. I guess that's the only thing I could think of. I have no problem with Stanford. The other 4, yeah, I could care less for. 1st and 10 at the 34 in the shotgun, sending a man in motion. It's a touch pass to Williams. Williams makes a guy miss, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Good stuff there by Williams, having to make a guy miss and then fighting forward to get to the line of scrimmage. But that play was not meant to do anything, as the Eagles were all over it. We're ticking under 7 minutes and counting. This guy, Trisk, oh my gosh. Just can't help. Trisk can't help himself. He just has to. He has to. Yeah, I get the snob part. Yeah, for sure. 2nd and 10 at the 34 in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Love drops back, looking, fading back, throws. It is incomplete. Is there a flag? There is. Yes, he was being tackled. The throw may have been a little bit overthrown, but this could be a makeup call from earlier. Pass interference defense. Campbell was all over Musgrave. Again, the throw, I guess maybe it was actually a decent throw for sure. Yeah, that is a flag. That's going to set up the Packers at the 13. LaFleur with his dumb play. This game. Dr. Lay was a student at the University of Life. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, UIL? Yeah, I guess. 1st and 10. Love drops back, looking. It's a screen to Jacobs. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 10. Brought down at the 6. Seems like the Eagles are kind of all over these short plays, but the Packers are at least able to get forward, moving forward. Defense, Eagles, Musgrave just falls on his own. Yeah, kind of. I thought he was a little bit over him, but yeah, let the replay there. It actually was not as bad as it looked in real time. As it's 2nd and 3, ball at the 7. Love in the shotgun. Love hands it off to Jacobs up the middle, makes a guy miss, still moving forward. Did he get in? Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. And it's a 1-score game yet again, folks, with 5:49 left to go in this one. Jacobs just kept moving. I mean, that is just 100% willpower. I mean, geez, when you give him a chance, he will do something. He really will. He's a great back. Again, just the Packers O-line has not been the best. It has not been the best this season, folks. But what a run. 6-yard run as we penned the extra point. Just in general, he has trouble staying on his feet in games. Oh, okay. I haven't really seen much of him this year, of course, as there is the extra point. It's up. It's good. Been seeing Kraft, so hopefully, again, Kraft is back next year. But 10-7 is your score. Eagles leading over the Packers. Packers answer back, showing some life. Can the Packers get a stop when we come back? 5:49 left to go. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, before you go today, to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It is free. If everyone were to sub right now, I would hit 2,000 subs. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be pretty cool to get that here tonight. I know I'm kind of reaching for the stars there, but just saying, would be cool. You never know till you ask, right? What a run. That was a great run. There it is. Halftime wager camp. Yep. You got your, how many points did you have? Did you have like for the game, 16.5 or something like that at halftime? Yeah. Now, can the defense hold? Probably not. We'll see. They've been holding for the most part. But yeah, that's right. He had 16.5, and they scored 17 points in one half, which is actually kind of typical, kind of. It would be a low-scoring game if you doubled it, 20-14, 17-17. But, yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Like I said, again, I know there's a lot of people calling the game tonight, so I do appreciate that. Letting me call the game for you. So, and of course, there's Grossi, Football Nation. I'm sure there's plenty more. Again, I know Rhino's covering the game tonight as well. Play-by-play with JJ. He's an Eagles fan. He's covering the game. And, of course, plenty of other creators that I have no idea who they are, but obviously much bigger than I am. So, but yeah, again, appreciate you guys. And again, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments when I can. And, of course, I do have a poll tonight. Who do you think is going to win? And this poll is still relevant. 56% of you guys have the Eagles winning. 44% with the Packers. And a little bit of a side info here. A lot online, kind of. The Packers are 5-0 when I call their game. So, yes, the Packers have yet to win without me covering them. It could end tonight. So, there you go. Someone said in here, looks like a 10-7 game. Looks like a 10-7 game. Yeah, someone did. Was that you? Or are you saying it was you? Or is that what you're saying? But, yeah, it's definitely a 10-7 game. But still just under 6 minutes to go. Field at the 1. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, and he is crunched at the 28. And that's where the Eagles will start their drive with 5:45 left to go in this one. It was not you. Okay, I thought you were just bragging like, okay, all right, Steve, we get it. Yes, you're good. Yeah, you are good. You are pretty good. Steve knows his stuff. I watch your calls. I'm a Steeler fan for life. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, Steelers for life. I mean, I'm sorry, I might be a little bit pessimistic, but yeah, Steelers for life for me as well. 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun. Receiver to the right. Tight end in tight to the left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley. Barkley is dropped in the backfield. That's a loss of a couple there, dropped at the 26-yard line. I don't know, Jared, you might not have liked my call last night. It would, oh my gosh. I was not happy. I don't know. Everyone else can tell you, yeah, no, Doc probably had some issues last night. All right, 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. Ball at the 26. Hurts in the shotgun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Packers fans getting loud. Hurts is going to keep it on the RPO. Throws. It's incomplete. Pass intended for Goddard, but Goddard really wasn't. He was looking until the ball hit him. I think it hit him. Did it not hit him? No, I mean, he did. Yeah, he looked back at the last second, so it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Eagles. It's probably going to run it, go into overtime. Yeah, probably. Great run blitz. Yeah, no, they were all over it. If you look back, I called. Oh, Richard called. Okay. I got you. Good stuff, Richard. 3rd and 12. Hurts in the shotgun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Hurts drops back. Steps up, fires down the right side. Caught! And he took a shot for that one. But that was a nice catch and a nice first down. Gain of 16 for Devontae Smith. Nixon on the coverage. Smith with the out route. Roll Tide. This guy. This guy. What up, good people? What's up, Smitty? How's it going, man? Got a pretty good game. A 10-7 game. I'm telling you, it's a good game. 1st and 10. Ball at the 41. Hurts. Hands it off up the middle. This is Barkley. And Barkley is brought down around the 44-yard line for a gain of 3. It's probably a game there. This guy. Wouldn't say that. But we are ticking down, though. You are correct. Now, the Packers with 3 timeouts. The Eagles with 3 timeouts as well. So still plenty of time, 4:30 to go. But again, all 3 timeouts, that could drag it out a little bit. As it's 2nd and 7. Hurts is under center. Receiver to the right, sending Brown in motion. Hurts Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley is tripped up close to the 50-yard line. As that's a little dangerous there because, again, the Eagles with their tush push. Oh, man, that's what I think of immediately when I see 3rd and short, 4th and short. They may not do it here, but if they're not driven backwards here, they may do it on 4th down. So 3rd and 2, ball at the 50. What was Nixon doing? Horrible coverage. It was a rough one there. Here we go. They're going to touch, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, as the Eagles don't really have a play, and they're going to take a timeout. That was kind of confusing. Sirianni telling, hey, just stay on the field. Stop it. Don't come here. I don't want to talk to you. I don't know what Sirianni. That's interesting. You take the timeout. You're telling your offense, stay out there. Interesting. That is interesting. I don't know. Usually you take a timeout. That's all right. Let's go talk about it over here. But I guess I think that means, hey, we're probably gonna tush push 2 plays here. Now, if I am the Packers and they tush push it on 3rd down, they don't get it, do not call a timeout. Like, that would be absolutely insane if they were to do that. Boo the tush push. Yep, I agree. Not a fan. All right, they're not going to tush push, at least for the moment. Hurts is under center. Brown is out wide to the left. Sending a man in motion. Hurts, it's a handoff to the fullback, and he's got the 1st down, and he's still on his feet. Now he's ripped down at the 46. Was that Barkley at fullback? Well, it worked. It fooled everyone. 1st down for the Eagles, as now we're ticking at 3:05 and counting here. Eagles again leading 10-7. They are at the Packers 45. So now, again, the Packers just need to keep the Eagles away. They need to keep them 3rd and 3, 4th and 3 territory so they don't do the tush push. So 1st and 10, ball at the 45. Hurts hands it off. This is Barkley. Barkley trying to find some space, finding about 3 yards. And that is going to make the Packers use their first timeout with 2:33 left to go in the 4th quarter. You know they're going to run it? Yeah. Every team needs a refrigerator parry that will end the tush push problem. No one gets those guys anymore. That's a fair point. Well, again, they also jump early. That's the problem with the tush push. I have no problem with them pushing, even though I hate the rugby-looking play. It is not rugby, it's football, but it's not officiated properly. They leave early. The offensive line leaves early every time. Every time. It's been happening for years now. Tran pulling for the Eagles. Yep. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, push that subscribe button. What you got to do? Back out. Whatever listening device you have, there's a button on there. It says subscribe. Definitely press subscribe, folks. It's fast, free, and easy to do. I would hit 2K if that were to happen. I'm just saying, it would be pretty cool to get it done tonight. But again, this is what I do. I call games. So again, if you like the radio-style broadcast, I cover, again, the NFL, college football, and of course I did baseball. If you're a baseball fan as well, once football season is done, we're about a month away from baseball season, so I'll be doing plenty of that. So again, make sure again to like and subscribe. We'll do a little bit of college basketball as well, and the UFL. Whenever the UFL comes back, we'll be doing football in the spring. That was pretty fun for me. I did a little bit of that in April and May. That actually had some pretty good streams for that, especially for a nobody. Actually, I was pretty happy. Game was over after 3rd and 12. No, Chris, come on, this guy. Even if the Steelers were in this situation, I would have faith. But then again, you know, we have Ben. We had Ben. Now we have Rodgers. Rodgers, again, I believe in him in the clutch. Do we trust Love in the clutch? I don't know. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, we're still in a commercial timeout. Next Monday it is Cowboys and Raiders. I'll be back here for Monday Night Football. Thursday Night Football, unfortunately, won't be able to do that one as I am going to be busy Thursday nights. But again, I'll be back this weekend. Of course, I'll be back actually Wednesday night. I can tell you I'm doing a Wednesday night college football game. So again, if you're just interested in football in general, I'm here even during the MACtion and all the Sun Belt Conference USA games. I try to get as much as I can. 2nd and 8, ball at the 43. Hurts play action, rolling to his right as Hurts throws it away. And that's good stuff for the Packers. That was a pretty aggressive call there. Kind of faked me out. You can probably tell with the way I was sounding. And now it's 3rd and 8. Maybe you do that on 3rd down, but not 2nd. You want to make them use their timeout. Wow, that was shocking. It's now 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Ball at the 43. Hurts is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Hurts drops back, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure, fires, overthrown, incomplete. Incomplete. And the Eagles will have to punt it away for the moment. Maybe. We'll see. Parsons finally made a play. Yeah. Didn't know he was playing tonight. Well, yeah, he'd been kept in check. So it's 4th and 8, and the offense is still on the field. Oh, my goodness. This is pretty aggressive. Oh, wow. Hurts in the shotgun. Sending a man in motion. They're not even getting a chance to fake it. They waited till the last second, and that's going to be a penalty. And yeah, the Eagles will punt it away. That would have been pretty interesting had they... Wow. That would have been pretty interesting had they actually went for it there. No field goals. We need 6. I'm sure you'll take a field goal, though, for sure. But yeah. So 4th and 13 for the Eagles. They'll be at the 48. Of course, again, they're going to punt it. The Packers will have 2 timeouts, a little bit over 2 minutes to work with, 2:25 at the moment. This is Braden Mann ready to punt it away for the Eagles as there is the punt. Fair catch signal made at the 10. So the Packers, considering the conditions tonight, you probably want to go about 60 yards. That would put you at the 30. It would be about a 48-yard field goal attempt. 90 yards, of course, get you into the end zone. Two-minute warning is coming up, so definitely appreciate them not going to commercial now, then coming back, running a play or two, and then commercial. That would be very annoying. All right, 1st and 10 for the Packers. They're at their own 10. Love is in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Love drops back. Looking, fires, it is incomplete. Wicks went outside. Love, I guess, thought he was going inside. So it's incomplete. That's a little concerning, I guess. I don't know. That was not what you needed. Again, with a team that has struggled all night to move the ball, you need to keep moving every single play. I know they just scored, but they're only at 214 yards on the night. That is not what you need. 2nd and 10 for the Packers. Love in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Love drops back. Looking, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Melton. Just like that, it's 3rd down. And things are looking not so great. They're going from bad to worse. 4 downs now, no punting allowed. That's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, you would think so. I don't know. You have 2 times. You had 3 times. You can still punt it. Love is in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Love drops back. Play action. Steps up, fires. It is caught at the 31. Christian Watson still moving forward, and he's brought down at the 34. That is what the Packers needed. As that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Packers have some life, folks. 10-7 Eagles leading over the Packers with 2 minutes to go in this one. Packers with the ball at their own 35. Offensive line strikes again. Yeah, it was rough. Definitely a rough throw there as well. But on that past throw, it was a very good throw. Very good catch. Very good first down. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. I promise I'm not going to charge you a dime. I promise. No currency is exchanged when you hit the subscribe button. It is free. But, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out in this one. And again, I do college football as well. Again, you can just check out the live section that I have here, and you see the stuff that I've done. For the most part, I'm on here like 5-6 times a week, 6 days a week for the most part. Last week it was only 5. But yeah, I'm on here quite a bit. So make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. All you're going to get is more football, folks. And if you're a true football fan, you're definitely subscribing to the channel. Because I'm a true football fan. I expect nothing more from the subs. I need a drink after this game. Well, I imagine so. It's been a game for sure. Thank goodness the NBA is back. I watched this. No, I'm telling you, Jacob, this game much better than 10-7. It's a good game. It's a good 10-7 game. It's not like the Titans and Browns, man. If the Titans and Browns did 10-7, you're like, okay, that game was trash. But no, it's good defense. Good defense. For sure. Watch me lose this. I had Love, and he had... Looks like I will win. But, man, that was cutting it a little closer than he'd want. But, yeah, no, this is a much better game than the score says. I promise. Enjoyed your show. Thank you. Thank you. It'd be nice to actually do a show. This is more, again, just me doing a live stream, just doing a play-by-play. But, yeah, like an actual show where I talk sports, yeah, it would be pretty cool. Definitely want to do that. Definitely going to do that. Again, I had a mini show with the Rhino, Rising Rhino, another channel. Stepped away for other reasons, but I may become a guest on that every now and then. All right, Love is in the shotgun. 1st and 10 at the 35. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Love, heavy pressure. Oh, just gets rid of it. Incomplete. Oh, the Eagles brought the blitz there, and he felt it. And that's probably what you need to do if you're the Eagles. Again, he has been, whenever he is pressured, he does struggle. So let's see again. The Eagles sent 6 rushers. Yeah, that's Aikman's ripping Jacobs. Yeah, no, you would think he turned it out there, but he denied. He turned it inside. It was a defensive game. It was. Overtime, we'll see. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Love in the shotgun. Love drops back. They're sending 5. Love fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Wicks, and now the Packers facing another 3rd and 10. They converted the last one. Can they get this one is the question. Apparently Dobbs is still not out there. He left the game earlier. Wicks was open. But again, he was under heavy duress as it's 3rd and 10 for the Packers. Love drops back. Looking, fires, it's caught at the 40, lowering the shoulder and brought down at the 44. That is Musgrave. And they just need a yard. Can they get it? The Packers rushing to the line. I mean, heck, this could be the ball game, folks. They don't get a yard here. Love takes the snap, hands it off to Jacobs. Oh, and he's dropped behind the line. There is a flag. Oh, my goodness. If this is against the Packers, that could be a rough one. There's the Wicks I know and love from last year. That is rough. If it's against the Eagles, illegal formation, offense. A fumble by Philly ball. Wow. That is a rough one for the Packers. It's not over yet, but it is not looking good for the Eagles. So apparently Jacobs fumbled at the end. But it didn't matter anyway. He wasn't going to get the line to gain. 10-7. 1:26 left to go. Another commercial break. What was that? There's plenty of time. Oh, yeah. They tried to catch him off guard, is my guess. They really did. Pack it up, Packers. Can I talk? Thanks to I'm sorry, Chris. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. That's a rough one. Well, hey, we had a good run. The Packers are 5-0. Now they're 5-1 when I call a game for them. That's rough. The Eagles will now be 2-0 when I call games for them. Yeah, 5-0 versus 1-0. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you go. Again, I don't want to be that guy, but there's still time left. But, yeah, it's looking pretty rough. It's looking pretty rough right now. Again, we are in commercial break. But yes, again, if everyone were to sub right now, I would hit 2,000 subs. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you go. Wow, what was that? That was a rough one. That's what that was. Again, they were trying to catch him off guard. 4th and 1, just rush to the line, run a play real quick. Unfortunately, the Eagles were all over it. I mean, they beat them off the snap. I mean, that was not even close. That was not even close. First time I ever picked a correct score. There we go. Still have time to leave the game and beat the traffic. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, if the Eagles aren't able to get the first down, I mean, the Packers would have about 30 seconds left after the punt and everything like that with no timeouts. Trisk saying good night. It's looking like this. Yeah, everyone gets the vibe that this one is for sure over. And again, it probably is, but you never know. You never know, folks. Next game I can for sure be live for will be Wednesday night. I'll be doing some college football. And of course, I'll be back this weekend for some more college football and the NFL. So again, if you are an NFL fan, again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. Again, I usually do 3 games every Sunday, folks. It's not just a Steelers channel. It's not just he does his team and then the primetime games. Oh, that's what it is. No, I assure you, I do a lot more, folks. I do a lot more. I call games all day. So make sure, again, to subscribe. I can cover your team. The only team I've yet to cover is the Panthers. That's the last one. I've covered 31 teams. So don't be a stranger if you're a fan of other teams. I may very well feature your team on any given Sunday, any given Monday, Thursday, whatever. In this game, in a game like this, 4-1 is an opportunity to get someone to open down the field. What a shame that was passed up. Yep. We could get overtime. We could. It's not looking likely, though. As Hurts is under center, and he hands it off to Barkley up the middle. As he is brought down after a couple, brought down at the 37. Of course, you're going to assume the Packers are going to call a timeout, and they will. That is their second timeout. Stops the clock at 1:22. Definitely a rough one as far as offense. But again, really good defense by both sides. I will disagree with the, this was a bad game. No, I'm sorry. It was very good defense by both sides. Offense started coming alive there in the second half, but it was a little bit too late for the Packers. Eagles made plays when they needed it. That is the difference. As it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Ball at the 37. Hurts under center. Receiver to the right. 2 receivers. Two tight ends in tight to the left. As Hurts takes the snap, hands it off. This is Barkley. Cuts it inside. And the Packers are there to stuff him at the line of scrimmage. That is going to be the Packers' final timeout with 1:17 left to go in this one. Again, Eagles leading 10-7, of course, as you know. You probably see it on your screen in case you're not watching. It is Eagles 10, Packers 7 with 1:18 left to go. Best case scenario besides a fumble is 30 seconds with a touchback. Yeah, I was thinking 30 seconds, and might actually be a little bit less than that. But yeah, so the Eagles 3rd and 7 again. A first down wins the game. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. And a timeout by the Packers. All right, 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Ball at the 36. Hurts is under center. Receiver out right. Tight end in tight. There's a fullback in the backfield. They need to get to the 29 to pretty much end this one. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Barkley, and he is stuffed at the 35. And the clock will wind at 1:10. And again, that's pretty much going to give, that'll pretty much give the Packers not much time, really. They'll have maybe about 20 seconds, to be honest with you, because the game clock will be at 32 when the clock hits 0 as far as the play clock. So, yeah. Now, the Eagles, they're lined up to go. In the shotgun, 40 seconds and counting, of course. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. There's no way they actually run a play here. And then, yeah, there we go. We're going to take a timeout. Eagles taking their second timeout with 33 seconds to go. Would laugh if field goal, Packers score, touchdown, miss, extra point. Yeah, that would be something. Eagles' upcoming schedule, they host the Lions at the Cowboys. Then they host the Bears at the Chargers, which is Monday Night Football. And then they host the Raiders. So, decent schedule. You know, if you're an Eagles fan, you're thinking, okay, well, hey, 4-1, 5-0. Yeah, definitely a schedule that's good teams, but are they on the Eagles' level? I don't know. Maybe the Lions. I don't know if the Chargers and Bears are really there on that level. 4th and 6. They are going to go for it to just pretty much end it right here. In the shotgun, they need to get to the 29. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Aikman can't believe they're going for it. Hurts drops back, looking, fires it to the end zone. It is incomplete. And, well, the Packers will have the ball at their own 35 with 27 seconds, no timeouts. I mean, that is, honestly, this is doable. I'm confused on why they went for it. Aikman is as well. I mean, if you punt it, you take even more time off the clock. Punt's about 5 seconds, plus the snap, that's about 2 seconds to punt, so 7. And if the guy doesn't fair catch it, that's even more time. And that would, of course, pin you, again, inside the 10 if it's a good punt. So that's an interesting play call there by the Eagles. 1st and 10 for the Packers at the 35. In the shotgun is Love. Trips to the right, to one to the left. Love drops back. Heavy pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Fires it deep. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Watson. As it's now 2nd and 10. What was that? Yeah. Bears are 3-0 against the NFC East. I mean, I guess. I understand they're 3-0 against the NFC East, but, look at the other NFC East teams. That's kind of my argument there. Ain't over yet? No, it is not. Almost like there's some sort of script. Oh, yeah, the script writers were like, hey, let's have the Eagles give them the chance at the end of the game. Let's build the drama. This game moved way too fast. We still need some more coverage. 2nd and 10, ball at the 35. Love drops back. Steps up, fires. It is caught at the 46. Oh, they better hurry. He's at 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And that is going to stop the clock with 5 seconds left, giving him a shot. This would be a 64-yard attempt in the 26. Oh, my gosh. They're going to bring out the kicker. A 64-yard attempt. Well, that was dumb. Now I hope they go into overtime and lose. Yeah, no, for sure. That was shocking. You got to punt it in that situation. This would be amazing. 64-yard attempt in the 26 degree weather. Man cheated. Yeah, no kidding. And the Eagles will take their final timeout. So they're going to end it on a kick. Wow, let's go kicker. Yeah, I think we're all pulling for the Packers at this point. I don't know what the heck the Eagles are doing. I mean, you punt it. So McManus apparently kicked a kick. I don't know. Apparently the Eagles are pretty upset. So apparently it was short. I mean, it was close. He would be about... Oh, wow. That's only about 2 yards short. Okay. Tell you what. That's doable. How's the wind? Apparently it's windy. They have not really described anything about the wind. So they're not going to kick it anymore because McManus was short. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like you give another shot. It was only about a yard or two short. All right, so this is a Hail Mary. I feel like, I don't know. Love drops back, fires. It is thrown out of bounds, incomplete. They were trying to do something quick. A lot of jawing back and forth between the Eagle and the Packer, and now they're going to trot out McManus. Okay, so they're trying to get a few extra yards there. What a game, yeah. Ain't no way. I know, this is wild. All right, so now they are going to kick it. This would be a 64-yard attempt. Apparently, McManus is 13 for 20 in the final 2 minutes in his career. 64-yard attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is blocked. Or is it shanked? I don't know. Either one. It's not even close. It is no good. Oh, that's so anticlimactic. That is lame. I would have liked to see it, Well, that's kind of lame. That's a lame way to end. Well, the Eagles win, folks. 10-7. They moved to 7-2. The Packers fall to 5-3. That was kind of a lame way to end it. Wow. Come on, yeah, wow, indeed. They were trying to get 2 more yards to make the kick easier. Yeah, I realized that a little too late there. Well, that is it. That was kind of a... Again, the game was good. That was kind of lame, though, at the end there. But appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, before you go, to like and subscribe if you like what you're listening to, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the radio-style broadcast that I offer on here, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to sub right here, right now, I would hit 2,000 subs. So, again, appreciate you guys for listening in. You guys have been awesome. Great chat tonight, you guys. Again, I really appreciate you guys, of course. I guess I will stay on for a little bit more, but again, I imagine you guys will probably head out very shortly. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Again, 57% of you guys were correct, as I'll end the poll now, as 57% of you guys had the Eagles winning. Dude was right. 10-7. Yep, Richard was correct. Great stream. Nonetheless, Doc, good stuff. Good night. Yes, you have a good night, Gaming Boy. Appreciate you, man. Do you want to watch again? That was pretty good. Thank you, Doc, for the telecast. Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Richard, for letting me call the game. Defensive game all the way. Thank you. And thank you, Avery, despite you being a Cowboys fan. I can tell you what, I'll be doing the Cowboys game next week, of course. Cowboys-Raiders on Monday night. That's really the only time I can do Cowboys games is on prime time because I just don't see myself covering a game of theirs during a Sunday. But they're always granted prime time, so there's that. You need to do a short video on the Steelers' bad loss after beating the Colts last week. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could do that, actually. Probably not right now, though. DrDelay, you demand. Appreciate your Raider. Thank you again for tuning in. But, yeah, that'll do it for me. You guys all have a great rest of your night. Thank you again for letting me call the game. Make sure, again, before you go, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps out small channels like mine, folks. I don't just say it just because that's what everyone else says. No, it actually helps out, especially the smaller channels. So, again, subscribe before you go. I would hit 2K if that were to happen. I definitely won't, but hey, it would be nice if you did. That's going to do it. Great night. Take care. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Take care.